What is up, PCP Army? What is up, everybody out there? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am your host, Rockin, Robbie Billups. Tonight, in the spirit season, and veering away from as far away from horror fest as we possibly can. Tonight, we're talking about my personal favorite Christmas movie of all time, if not one of my favorite films of all time, Gremlins, the 1984 classic, directed by Joe Dante, produced by Steven Spielberg, written by Chris Columbus. I love this film. And speaking of crazy, mischievous gremlins, with me tonight, we got Jay Strick in the house. What's up, my man?
Get him, Jay.
Who you know crushes and hoes.
No, riddle me that.
Yeah. We also have a special guest tonight. It's Perry from Perry Comics.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, man. This was your first time watching it.
It was, and yeah. I'm surprised it's your favorite movie of all time. That's a pretty bold statement.
I said maybe my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, Christmas, right?
I said it's my favorite Christmas movie of all time, and one of my favorite films of all. This was my favorite film as a child growing up. Everything, the toys, the cereal, everything about Gremlins, I just ate up. I love that shit. So thank you for being here, Perry.
Heck yeah.
We also got good old Jab. It's Jelani. What's up, man?
Not too much, man. Good to be here. Love this movie as well. It is by far one of the scariest PG movies ever made.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
That was a PG movie?
No
There was
way.
no
PG,
PG-13
bro.
at the time.
PG-13
In fact,
at the time.
it's because of Gremlins that Steven Spielberg started pushing for a PG-13, something in between.
Yeah.
Speaking of PG-13, Dylan is here from Dylan's Comics. Dylan don't like no PG-13 movies. He likes R-rated movies with the lady from Friday the 13th, Part 7.
Yeah. Hey, Phoebe.
Yeah.
I could dig.
I like
Phoebe
that
in a
too.
rated R movie.
All right, speaking of rated R, here's Brooks, the R-rated Master Mario Master Mutant Micro Magneto Machine. What's up, Brooks?
So,
Oh, you kind of got the new version of Gizmo in your T-shirt there.
yeah,
Essentially,
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight we're talking about Gremlins, the classic. I love this film. Let's get to our overall thoughts. Overall, I freaking love this film. What can I say about it? It's my favorite Christmas movie. It's a quintessential Christmas movie. You always hear these arguments. Is Batman Returns a Christmas movie? Yes. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes. Is Rambo a Christmas movie? Yes.
Yes.
But without a question, without a doubt, Gremlins is a
First
Christmas
Blood.
movie. Gremlins is, my bad, First Blood. Gremlins is by far a Christmas movie. It is steeped in snow and that magical Christmas atmosphere, the lights he uses. Joe Dante and the cinematographer uses the lights so amazingly. It's rambunctiously funny. It is incredibly scary. It's a movie that kids love, though it does slightly scare them. I am terrified of gremlins and raptors from Jurassic Park, so there you go. But I love this film. The puppeteering, the effects of it, they still hold up to date. It looks real. It's got a great cast of characters, amazing performers delivering those lines. I just love this film. Joe Dante, the way he can perfectly blend horror and comedy into a semi-family appropriate Christmas film with that Spielberg touch of magic. And I just absolutely love this film. So Jay Strick, what do you think about Gremlins?
Dude, I love this movie. It's definitely in my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. I don't know if it beats out Muppets Christmas Carol. That movie's fire. But Gremlins is freaking amazing, man. From the get-go, it plays my favorite Christmas song to open it. Christmas, Baby Please Come Home. And then the first 45 minutes is just so lighthearted and just normal, and then it just turns into a straight horror movie, when the Gremlins hatch. So it's classic. It definitely has to be in your rotation around Christmas time.
Absolutely, and it's such a Christmas film. It's about the gift that keeps on giving, and the way that, and I see Bueller out there already trying to stir up the controversy. He's like, snow is water. I know, but it doesn't hurt my enjoyment of this film. There's a lot of rules. All the rules, they don't really make sense if you think about it, but that's not the point of it. This movie is so much fun, and it starts out deceptively simple and charming, like it's going to be a family Christmas film. And even when the horror unleashes, it's done in a very cartoonish manner.
Mhm.
These gremlins aren't actually trying to actively kill anybody for any specific purpose. They're just wild.
They're just trying to get lit.
They're just trying to get lit and have fun. Speaking of that, Perry is in the house. Perry,
Hey, how's it going?
I know you haven't released your reaction yet, but give us a little.
Yeah, no, that should be out like Monday or Tuesday.
Cool.
So I just met Bueller this week, and the first thing I talked to him about was Gremlins, and he looked at me and said, "You know what's wrong with that movie, right?" And I'm like, "The snow, like why can the Gremlins walk in snow? It makes no sense." But regardless of that, the movie was really good. I really overall enjoyed it. I don't think there's anything bad about the movie. I was kind of shocked when you said it was a PG movie, because like what the mom for me like kind of like took the spotlight for a hot second out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And when she was killing the gremlins, I was like, holy, like I didn't see this coming, not even in the slightest. Like the mom's a total badass. Like she's got the knives in her hand. I'm like, oh, she put the gremlin in the microwave.
Yeah,
like
Brutal.
really cool. So that's cool that kids in the 80s got to watch movies like that.
Yeah, I was on a show earlier, and that will be released on Sunday. I was talking about Gremlins, and they were saying, in most of these movies, the mom takes a back seat.
Yeah.
And this one, she's fucking Rambo. Like I love too when she grabs the knife, and then she's like, you know what? I'll grab a second knife. She's like ready. She's murking these dudes. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. It has so much fun to it. It gets crazy. It gets horrific, but at the same time, it still keeps this zany rambunctiousness to it. Speaking of zany and rambunctious, Jelani, what do you think about this film overall?
I'm some of those things. Yeah, I love this film. It was one of the first films I ever watched as a child. It brings many good memories of just craziness. The first cat I ever had was named Stripe. So,
Nice.
I mean, that's how much of an impact on this movie had on me. I mean, it's a made film. Like all the there's rich characters, even from ones. And you get like these the special effects, they're all practical, they all work. It doesn't look like they're puppets in any way. It looks like they're actually they're causing havoc. The only side I think from this movie for me is that they're wearing their own little costumes, and I'm like, where did you get the little costumes from? Like, did you raid like a pet store or something where the clothes were? But other than that,
the kids store, right?
Seriously, like they just run in and take all the clothes. Like, oh my god! But it just felt so weird to me the clothes to wear. But the film itself, oh my god, it's really just the point. It's cute little furry creatures that you break a few rules and they turn into like the worst monsters ever. That's why you don't want to keep a Mogwai. And I'm like, yeah, I can follow those rules pretty easy. I got them. All I need is one.
You'd fuck up those rules.
And I want a little gizmo. Just want Grogu.
You'd fuck up those rules so bad, bro.
Probably.
You would. You know it. But no, you like the film. It's a great film.
Feed them after
it's
midnight.
so much fun. The rules, you got to,
I love that film, man.
The point is that we're not ready.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, we're not ready. This is interesting, Jelani. We're like in the future. You're like back in time. Speaking of back in time, Dylan is a huge fan of Huey Lewis.
Back in time.
I know that. Yes.
Yeah, you got like a 15-second lag there, bro.
Dylan.
Back in time. Me?
Yes.
Well then, woo.
Dylan, what do you think about the film?
I love it, man.
I'm coming.
I grew up loving it my whole life. I love the second one too. I think like the first half is straight up like Spielberg-y, even like the music, everything, like good times, the setting even kind of reminds me like Back to the Future a little bit, like that small town. Is it? I thought it was, man. But yeah, I love it, man. I love how Joe Dante just totally does that switch, and it's just a straight horror movie halfway in. And man, the practical effects by Chris Wallace or whatever, the guy who did the effects on The Fly, directed The Fly too. He did some good stuff, man. But yeah, I'm a total fan of this movie. Definitely, probably, top 3 favorite Christmas movies, if not, favorite. But yeah, I absolutely love this movie.
Yeah, it's such a great one.
Yeah, big part of my childhood, no doubt.
Yeah, me too. And it's nice because, we're familiar with Joe Dante's work, whether it's the silly, zany, kooky stuff like Small Soldiers or Looney Tunes Back in Action, or the horrific stuff like The Howling and even Piranha, right?
Man, I love Small Soldiers growing up.
Oh, me too. So many people claim that there was this long-standing rumor that Spielberg basically ghost-directed this film, and you definitely feel his imprint, but it is also 100% a Joe Dante film. And if you know his work, like, you see his thumbprint on that entire movie, including the really awkward scene where Phoebe Cates tells the story about her dad dying trying to crawl down the chimney dressed as Santa Claus.
That is the best story.
That was so out of place. Yeah.
It was the best story. That's why she didn't like Christmas.
That's the only reason she took that role too, for that scene. And then because I was listening to the commentary, and they were gonna cut it. They told her, and she started panicking and crying, and they're like, no, actually we think we'll shoot it, because she's like, that's the whole reason she took the job, was for that scene, because she kind of wanted to be shed in a different light with that. Yeah. But it's phenomenal. I love that. That's one of the best parts of this movie.
It is. Yeah. It really is.
Nice.
Comics Miss Explained says he has the Flasher Gremlin toy. And speaking of flashing gremlins, Brooks, what do you think about the film overall?
It's all right.
Is it?
No, this movie's really good. I mean, this wasn't one that I remember as a kid. I remember Gremlins 2 growing up when I was a kid.
I remember both of them.
And I remember liking, Gremlins 2, and, especially Gizmo and the Gremlins. I didn't find the Gremlins to be that scary, but I'm looking at them, I would think when I was a kid that would be something I would be scared of, but I guess they just didn't. They kind of leaned more towards the cuteness factor for me. Even the gross looking gremlin ones like Stripe and stuff. But Gizmo though, you can't deny that.
Gizmo's adorable,
especially in 2 when he's got the little Rambo headband. Because you know how it is, man. Sometimes we fight a war, you gotta become war.
They pushed him too far this time. Yeah, it's a really great film. The second one is great. It's a completely different film. It's incredibly self-aware. It's making fun of the first one.
Cranks it up to insanity, it's past insanity.
But in Gremlins 2, Joe Dante goes, but these go to 11. So they just turned it up, So let's highlight the cast. You mentioned already my favorite cast member, and that's Gizmo. Gizmo is the heart and soul of this film. And I said this very early on when The Mandalorian first happened. We first saw the child, who we now know as Grogu. I was like, this is straight up grim. This is straight up. Everybody knows that now. It's spoiled all over the place. But I was like, this is straight up Gizmo. And it's the same adorable, cute factor. You don't want him to get hurt. You feel threatened for Gizmo the entire time, whether or not he's going to get killed or whether or not he's going to get turned into a gremlin. Thank God they haven't done that. Spoilers. But he's such an adorable, affectionate character. Real quick, what do you think about Jay Strick? What do you think about Gizmo, and why did it work so much?
I think Gizmo works so much because it's like that first pet feeling, he's just adorable. It's like essentially like a Pikachu, like a baby Yoda, like you're saying. It's just everyone wants it. And dude, it's just like that pet that you love, man. And Billy takes good care of him, except when he freaking lets Corey Feldman pour water on him. Whatever.
He didn't let it. It's an accident. Come on, let's be
honest.
He
didn't even care. He's just like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to read these comics while Gizmo's bleeding out freaking eggs.
He's like, dude, every time Gizmo's in pain, every time the gremlins are being dicks to him, putting him up on the dartboard. What about the moment where Stripe just hawks a loogie, just pukes on Gizmo, and he's just because Gizmo's playing his trumpet, he's all fucking happy, and he's just like, and it's like,
they crank that up in Gremlins too.
Oh yes, they do.
Gizmo gets tortured in that movie.
Yeah, they pushed him too far, man. Speaking of being pushed too far, Perry, why does Gizmo work so well in this film?
He's adorable. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's an adorable little creature, and then little by little we start seeing what was, because it was the element of surprise. It was so mysterious. He was in this crate and he comes out and you're nurturing it. And then he goes through all these changes. But yeah, no, I liked him. My favorite part with Gizmo is when he's riding the little toy car.
Yeah.
He's driving and he's mimicking the movie he watched earlier. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, you haven't seen 2 yet, have you?
No.
In 2, he watches a Rambo film, and Gizmo gets badass. He gets the headband, the bow and arrow, and everything, dude.
Yeah.
It's so badass, so cool. And the other thing that really makes it work is that the animatronics on that puppet or whatever are so amazing. It acts and emotes like a real creature. Even today, watching it, this movie
holds up completely.
Yeah, it was made in '84, and most films from '84 don't hold up so well, and this one really does. Speaking of holding up since 1984, Jelani, what do you think of Gizmo? Why does he work so well?
You've already stated he's cute. They created him really well. They did a great job with his animatronics. The way he emotes is amazing. The eyes are so cute. I mean, it is, that's what they were making when they made Grogu, and I get it. And he doesn't look like he's not supposed to be there. And that's the best part. That's what I was saying before. All the effects are well done.
Yeah.
And he's just a furry, cute little thing. I mean, I love him in the car. I love him in the box. I love it at the end when he's talking to the Chinese owner, and he's like speaking to him in Chinese. And he's like, and he picks up things. He learns. He's incredibly smart, and he picks up words. So I love the bright light.
Oh my god, he feels like
he's so
turn the fucking light off, guy.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
And he sings.
Oh. And doesn't it not break your heart every time at the end when he goes, "Bye, Billy"?
Bye, Billy.
Like, oh no.
Shut up! Don't make me do it. Don't make me cry.
Speaking of randomly bursting into tears on a show, Dylan has never done that, as far as I'm aware. Dylan, why does Gizmo work so well?
I mean, y'all said it, man. He's just adorable, and the mechanicals on that puppet or toy or whatever he was, man, is just crazy. Like you said, man, I look at it and I'm like, man, did they like create some shit in a science lab or something? Like, because this looks so good, and his eyes and everything, it works, man. And that's why if they ever did a sequel, remake, no CGI, it has to be practical. It don't work otherwise.
Yeah, and I think we're very fortunate they haven't ever done more Gremlins films, because it would have gone that route, right?
And that's why I'm scared for it to get a sequel or a remake.
Yeah, right. Speaking of looking better practically and without any kind of CG, Brooks, why does Gizmo work so well?
I think it's the voice, like especially his little Jigglypuff song that he sings. that's like his draw-in. Like, listen to this. Like before you even see him, like, that's gotta be adorable. It'd be funny if like you heard that and then all of a sudden it's like this gross looking like thing.
Gremlin.
Or if Gizmo was like, he looked like Gizmo, but he had like a voice like a smoker.
Yeah, right. And like maybe the song is like to lure people in, and like, what if Gizmo's actually the bad guy and he wanted this to happen? I don't think that. But here's a question, Brooks. Why is Gizmo the only fucking good one? Like, they're all shits, even when they're like little mogwai.
Maybe it's like the water. It doesn't just like make him multiply, but it brings out like the worst aspects of himself or something.
Ooh.
As other gremlins, maybe. That's what I kind of figured.
Oh, the monster.
Like, the reason why all these ones that pop out of them are such shitters is because they're just like the worst aspects of Gizmo's personality.
Dude, I like that. Right? Fable says the close-ups are done with huge animatronic puppet. That's right. I've seen that in special features. Like they made like a giant. That's why it looks so good, and they can get the detail on like the nose with him sniffing and all that kind of stuff.
Those close-ups are really well done.
I was reading. That's also why they made the rule of no feeding after dark, so they can make it darker, so you wouldn't see those kind of things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. Speaking of hiding the wires and the strings, Jay Strick, what's a character and/or performance you would like to highlight from the film?
I think I probably relate it most to Billy. Like, his whole like situation's weird. Like, he was at home, like 20 years old, working full time, and all his bills were going to like his parents, essentially, because his dad was a bum. I think his dad is the worst character in this movie.
He was
It's like, bro, someone needs to tell him. Yeah,
It's all his fault, and he's oblivious to everything.
yeah, 100%. But Billy, like, he's just a good guy, man, and like he's that guy who will always take care of you. He's got his dog. He's got Gizmo. That's all he needs, man.
He's a good dude. He's good, earnest, good dude, and from the get-go, you feel for him. He has a shitty car that doesn't run. He's not making a lot of money. He's supporting his family.
The creepy old lady coming to the bank trying to murder his dog.
The Scrooge of the film, right?
Essentially, yeah.
And like, the best death in the entire film, in my opinion.
One of them. For sure.
Before we go on too much longer, Perry, what's another character and or performance you would really like to highlight?
One of my favorites is the mom, because throughout the beginning of the film, you see her as she's trying to like use her husband's inventions and be like the good mom and wife. And then out of nowhere, she turns into a total badass and it's like catching bodies left and right. And I'm like, whoa, like what a complete flip of a switch. But it's like at the same time, that's her kingdom. That's her home. Yeah. And she's like, well, I'm going to take care of it when everything's good. And if shit goes down, well, I'm here to throw down. I'm like, that's such a cool, badass character, you know?
She is badass. I love that moment too. She's like, get out of my kitchen. This is my jungle. Jelani, what's another character you'd like to highlight?
Well, I was going to go for the mom, but thanks, Perry. No, I'm kidding. But I will go with Mr. Futterman. Because he's just that guy's like, buy American. You need to buy American.
Dick Miller, right?
Tractor guy?
Yeah, the tractor guy that tells him about the Gremlins.
Dick Miller, right?
Yeah, Dick Miller.
Yeah, Dick Miller.
He's so
just
good.
such a schlub guy, and he's just there. And like when they're finally the Gremlins coming after him in the snowplow against his wife, he's there's a gremlin in my cab. It's like,
it's a goddamn gremlin in my cab. It's an actual gremlin. God damn it!
And he actually he came out, and I love that scene. I don't know what it is about that whole thing, but like they took out his house, man.
I do. He came out
evil.
What's crazy is they don't die because they come back in part 2.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, wait, why are they back? Like, this dude got run over by a snowplow, man. Stripe fucked them up, man. Like they were dead. It's a goddamn gremlin in my cab.
Stripe would be my number 2 because, well, my cat was named Stripe, but Stripe is so mischievous and evil.
He's evil.
And he is straight evil, and I'm like, all the other ones are just weird kind of way, except for one that gets the teacher. But the Stripe, oh my god, like I love that character for so long. I still need to get that figure because he's just one of those menacing characters that needs to be around. I love Gremlins because of Stripe.
Gizmo, Billy. He's so smart, mischief.
Yeah,
he's literally evil as shit, and he's the smartest one. Like he's the one that like, well, it's not because of his own smartness, but he winds up not being destroyed with the rest of them. You were mentioning earlier how they all like put on different costumes and shit, which is something I love.
Yeah.
Like I love the one that's like flash dancing, and then there's there's like the Frank Sinatra one. And then, what about that scene where they're at the bar, right? And then that one gremlin has the puppets, and it's like, what the hell is that?
That was so goofy.
Bam! Oh yeah, he's the hammer.
It's so great, man. I love it, and I love how a lot of the Gremlins choose to go and drag. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, right.
Dylan, what's another character you'd like to highlight?
Well, I'd say you can't have a Joe Dante movie without Dick Miller. He's always in at least one of his almost every one of his movies, if not all of Joe Dante's movies. But I guess I'll go Billy, even though Jay Strick said it. But it's his first role, and he's really good in it, man. And I love seeing him when like the mom's trying to be like the good wife, as Perry said, and she's using all the inventions. And every time Billy goes to look at one of the inventions in the kitchen, and he's just like, he stares at it for a minute. He's like, do I really want to use one of these things? Like, he's like, I know it, like I doubt it works, but he always does, and then it turns out bad. But I was
like
just
the damn cornballer in Arrested Development.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Oh god. That thing's useless.
I don't even know how that orange got that much mess. You know,
Neither that one
And it was
orange.
just gloop. It like glooped and it like kept going and exploded. I was like, wow, okay. Maybe there were other oranges stuck in it. And that was what shot it back out.
Sure.
That coffee looks
Still gross.
deathly. Oh my god.
Oh shit, that's artisanal coffee nowadays. Just syrup, oil, thick, nasty. Speaking of thick and nasty, Brooks, what's a character you'd like to highlight?
Jesus.
I like the father. I thought he was pretty funny. Because he's like this huckster, inventor type guy. He's always trying to push his idiotic products on the people, and like somehow he gets them to listen.
Yeah, he like swindled them into getting it somehow.
Fast trade.
He was able to buy a house somehow. So
Yeah.
To support his
That
family.
might have
How
been
this guy been so successful in his life? He seems kind of like this doofus, but apparently he's achieved some level of success with his convoluted inventions that
Not
constantly having to repair.
No, because Billy is the breadwinner in the house. Like they make mention of that because another character that's barely used is Judge Reinhold in this.
Judge Reinhold, yeah.
You know, he's in the very beginning. He's like, "You putz, what a dipshit too." He's like, I'm gonna have his job at 25. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Judge
good at it. I
Reinhold,
like
man.
him.
What a weird stretch.
Yeah.
Phoebe Cates are in the same movie, just like in Fast Times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Phoebe Cates, her character of Kate is great because she does a great job of. First of all, there's this whole like little love thing between her and Billy, and that's charming and that's nice, and it's got this innocence to it. But when she turns and she starts telling that story about her dad, and who was that? It was Nick. He says, "Yeah, the story about her father dying in the chimney traumatized me as a kid." That to me was one of the scariest, most awkward moments of the movie.
It is.
And I like it, but it's also a point in which she's making a point, which a lot of Christmas films don't. Like, it's okay not to like Christmas. It's okay not to be joyful. Christmas at times is a really depressing time for some people. And this is one of the first films I can think of that really points that out about Christmas in a very overt manner. Not quite as subtle as Black Christmas, as we were talking about.
It's not a lot of them keep saying how
Great
high
things
the
with that one.
suicide rate goes up around the holidays. That's the truth.
It's true. It's true. It is true as hell. So let's talk about the style and structure of the film. Basically, special effects, the writing, the cinematography, whatever. The highlight for me is the cinematography. This movie looks beautiful. I love, no surprise to many people here, but I love color in film. And a Christmas movie gives you so many opportunities to use a plethora of different colors throughout the cinematography and lighting in different colors. And it is something that Joe Dante uses to its fullest in this film. The colors are amazing when the cocoons are opening up and it's all red and green, all the lights, but with the ambiance of the snow and the reflection, it is just such a beautiful looking film to me. And I think the pace and the writing is so top notch. I think it's perfectly structured. I love everything about the film. What would you like to speak on? Whatever you want, Strickland, whether it's the writing, the pacing, special effects, cinematography, whatever. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think I can dabble all of them real quick. Like I love it because this movie, like you said, with the colors, like Christmas is my favorite time of the year. So the Christmas lights, it was already going to sucker me in, but like the pacing of the movie's done so well. Cause like I mentioned earlier, it's like the first 45 minutes is like so lighthearted. And then the Gremlins hatch and it turned into the horror movie. And like they use everything perfectly. The shots, the score, the Christmas songs they use. It really is like flawless for me. Just the pacing and the way it's shot and everything.
What about you, Perry? What do you think?
I enjoyed it. I'm happy that the movie wasn't 21:9 aspect ratio, so I can get the full enjoyment of my ultra wide curved monitor. Because a lot of movies aren't, and it's really annoying when they chop the movie off and you got the black bars on the side.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's how they shot the movie, but I'm happy they did it that way. All in all, the movie was great. The structure of it. This guy has so much snow in his car. It kept driving me crazy. Why he wouldn't take the snow off of his car? Like, how are you driving like that? It made no sense. I couldn't drive a car like that. There was snow everywhere.
And he starts it up immediately and just takes off.
But in the beginning, he couldn't get the car to work. Like, it's just ridiculous. But no, I enjoyed it. I'm surprised how good it looked.
Mhm.
What, like, that came out 30 plus years ago, and it looks really like high quality. I was kind of surprised. So I guess that's like cinematography. I'm still learning these keywords, you know. But all in all, I enjoyed it. That was pretty good.
Absolutely. What about you, Jelani?
Yeah, we're glad you're watching movies, Perry. Thank you so much. That's awesome, dude. This it's not a cheap film, and it doesn't show it. Like we see a lot of movies that with low budgets, and then you can tell, like you can tell that it's pretty cheesy what they're trying to do. You do see the wires and the strings, but in Gremlins you don't, and they take it is seamless. Every shot looks purposeful in this movie. And like I said, it's short, it's to the point. The music is placed well for the cinematography to happen, for nice things to happen. When the gore and the horror start to happen, and you start seeing especially when the mom is fighting the other gremlins, that is one of my favorite scenes in this movie, because when she puts them in that blender, or that spinning blender thing, oh man, that is amazing. I don't know. I saw it again when I watched it again last night. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. That was great.
Was that the juicer that did that, actually? Now I think about it.
So what?
Was that the juicer that she put him in?
No, it was
something else.
a spinning bowl or something. I
Like
don't
a
know what it was.
mixer.
Like a
Yeah,
mixer.
I think.
Yeah.
It would have been kind of ironic if she'd blended him in that messed up juicer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be a much worse mess.
And he would have exploded into like tons of green blood everywhere.
Yeah, it'd been like enough blood for 100 gremlins.
Yeah, but it's so cool. Like especially my one of my favorite scenes is when Stripe falls in the pool, and all that smoke and the bubbling and all that stuff. It's gorgeous, and the lights.
I love how he does the Jesus thing when he goes in like.
Yeah.
He cannonballs in that shit, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he cannonballs.
Boom.
But it's just so pretty. It's just shot really well. And like I said, when I saw this when I was a kid, it scared the crap out of me as a kid, because I was like, "Oh my god, it's making more!" You know. So it's just little things, because like, oh god, they were so vicious. I would not want to deal with a gremlin, like at all. At all. Like,
I like how Jelani says that as if other people are like, I wouldn't mind having dealings with a gremlin.
No, I'm sure you would. Everybody would want to have
for one. Not I, sir.
No, cancel all.
What about you, Dylan?
Great looking good.
Jelani, you took my dang scene from the pool. I love that one too.
My bad, dude.
I'm just but that one is phenomenal, dude. I love the smoke. Billy just darts out of there. But man, it's paced perfectly well. Cinematography is phenomenal with all the colors, and it's more bright. Obviously, the first half of the movie. Then once Gizmo kind of comes in the picture, it starts darkening up here and there, and then once the Gremlins come, it goes completely dark. And I think that's where it's at its peak and the best part, because some of those colors, like just when they're in the swimming pool and those green lights in the pool and all the smoke, it's just masterfully done.
Yeah, all the signs at the bar and the candy shop stuff, the neon.
I heard that was actually the hardest, that they were doing that for like a week straight. I think they did that last.
Oh, the bar?
The bar was
like the last. They were just like literally like working for a week straight trying to come up with gags.
Yeah,
like dressing up these gremlin puppets and coming up with fun little bits.
Yeah,
like basically, like that would probably be like the craziest fun. But they said it was very tiring because they were at the end of the shoot.
Right.
And Phoebe Cates was apparently just like worn the fuck out.
Oh, I'm sure. But
what about you, Brooks? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dylan.
Oh no, well, I think I already touched on everything. What were the three things? The cinematography, script, and the
special effects.
I can't. Yeah, nothing little. But yeah, come on, Chris Wallace, like insane, bro. What he did. He created the Gremlins. He created Gizmo. Just phenomenal. I can't stress how iconic that is, you know.
Absolutely.
So
And John Hora is the cinematographer. And we cannot forget to mention before the stream is over that Howie Mandel was the voice of Gizmo.
Oh wow.
That makes sense.
So-
That makes a lot of sense because he did that Bobby's World. He
Yeah.
sounds just like him.
What about you, Brooks? What do you got to speak on the story structure and blah, blah, blah?
Well, I mean, it's good. It's just a pretty basic. It's kind of a morality tale in a way, but you know, it's done so interestingly that you don't really. It doesn't like, you know, feel too preachy. You know, it's just this fun movie that kind of has a message to it, and like just the batshit craziness that is like the whole beginning from when the Gremlins show up till the end of this movie. It's just so entertaining.
Yes. Incredibly entertaining all the way through on all different levels. It's got horror, it's got comedy, it's got action and adventure. And when you were talking about the pool, I love that idea that Billy just like, he knows what's happening now. So he's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And he just booked it. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't try to like, I got to stop this somehow. like he's like, fuck this. He's out. Another thing that really helps this movie for me is the music. And, you know, we love talking about music here. Jerry Goldsmith was the composer. He's done lots of work, including Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which gave us the theme song for Star Trek: The Next Generation. But I'm
The
a
best
big
part
fan
about that movie.
I'm a big
the best
fan
part of that
Goldsmith's
movie.
work. And what's interesting too is that what I was noticing this time watching it was that he's actually incorporating some of these Christmas carols into the score. Like Silent Night, Deadly Night, that's a theme that plays at certain moments in the actual score. The way they use the Christmas music. Originally, Chris Columbus wrote this as a more hardcore, straight-up horror film.
yeah,
And in the scene with the mom was supposed to die. She was the one who got decapitated. Remember, it was the gremlin who got decapitated in this one. But in the original script, it was the mom. And Billy comes home, and the turntable's going, and it's skipping, and it says, you see what I see? Do you see what I see? And then at the top of the stairs is the gremlin, and he kicks the mom's head down the stairs. That's a whole different film. I'd like to see an exploration.
I wouldn't see
Billy
that.
was
Snyder
I saw that.
Yeah, Snyder cut. Let's get it. Let's get it popping, HBO Max. Come on.
also though. Billy was supposed to be younger too. Like he was you notice how his best friend is Corey Feldman, like a 12-year-old compared to
Yeah,
like an
that's a little
18-year-old.
weird, isn't it?
It was.
That was weird.
Hey, come up here. I'm reading Conan the Barbarian comics. Why don't you come hang out
Well,
with me?
the dad follows like a little kid down into like a basement in the middle of a city.
Yeah.
That was fucking weird, dude.
And he's
Like,
like,
what are you doing?
Billy's like changing in front of him. I felt uncomfortable. I was like, "Oh, bro, you get in big trouble for that, buddy."
And
In 2020.
Harry was talking about that opening scene, man. They made Chinatown look like goddamn Blade Runner, man.
Yeah,
It's a whole other goddamn world that he's in, man. It's wild, man. It's crazy.
Grandma
But the
has
music's
a
great.
story.
Jerry Goldsmith did the Gremlin rag, and it's so famous, and I love it. And I actually love the way they amp it up in the second one. But the whole dun 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 dun, so great. And then the Gizmo song, and the way that that's used throughout the score as well. What do you think about the music, Jay Strick?
Oh, it's great, man. Just to piggyback off what you said, like it's just everything you said. The beginning is the score is sweet and gentle, and they use these Christmas tones. You got the bells, and then really it's when those gremlins hatch. It's just like it takes it a little darker, and the darker tones, and using the lighthearted Christmas songs and turning them and spin them a little creepier. I love it.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Speaking of spinning traditional warm-hearted things into something creepy, Perry, what do you think about the music in this film by Sir Goldsmith?
I mean, the music was good. I mean, I didn't notice anything crazy about it. I guess I'm not that good at picking up on music yet. I do know that
we aren't either.
when the gremlin was in the tree and he jumped out, and with the mom, that music just kicked in at like the perfect time. It sent like chills down my neck. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's such a great score, man. I remember when I was in band in middle school, we played that for one of our concerts. We played the Gremlin Rag, and I was just happy as shit with my trombone. I was like Gizmo, and then this fucker spit on me. Anyway, speaking of spitting on people, Delaney used to parfait us all the time. Parfait. What do you think about the
Parfait all
music in this
day,
film?
It's all right. Okay, I'm sorry I did it, Brooks. It was great, man. I love this movie. I love this movie because of the music. I love Gizmo's theme. I love the Gremlins rag. I love. Do you hear what I hear? Do you see what I see?
A song.
Man, that is. I still think of that. Like I was in my car.
Christmas.
But the Nat King Cole song, that song, or that's not Nat King Cole. Who is that?
Was Nat King Cole?
That was Nat King Cole. Yeah, it was. I guess it was. But it haunts me, like, because I hear that song when I heard that song as a kid. Like, I was driving down the street and could hear that song, and I'm like, oh, it bothers me. So, yeah, you're right, Fable. They don't make them like this anymore, and the music just it adds to it. That's why this movie is so memorable. It's the Gremlins themselves, Gizmo, of course, and the music. It tells such a beautiful story, and each scene with different types of music tells you it's Christmas time, and it is a Christmas movie through and through, and it blends in very well. It's better than Black Christmas music. How about that? How about that?
How dare you?
What about you, Dylan? What do you think about the music?
Yeah, I didn't really notice it.
Yeah.
Did you hear that goblin score in it?
Dude, you don't need to see the Argento cut. The Argento cut is hardcore.
That European version was speaking to me. I love once they start kicking to that Gremlins theme, like you were saying, the dun 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 dun, but it is so well done. The first half is like Spielberg-y to me. Like every time, that's just all I see is just like Spielberg, and when
Why
they
do you
were
say that like it's a bad thing, Dylan?
it's not. What the hell are you saying?
That's like the first half of his
that Spielberg guy.
Spielberg is a great guy.
Dude, Spielberg is an icon, bro. And but I know that they were trying to appease him, because he was the big producer and he's the one, putting their name behind it or his name on it. But I forget when Billy's walking down the street to go to work and that you see the theater, the two names where one was like the mock-up name for E.T. and the other name was the mock-up name for something else. So they were like throwing jabs at Spielberg the whole time.
Yeah, there's the radio jock who's like his font's Indiana Jones, and
Yeah.
Spielberg's actually in the scene. I love the scene where the dad's at the invention convention or whatever.
Yeah.
And those are some really funny bits. First of all, you got Robbie the robot from Forbidden Planet in there.
Just sitting in there, yeah.
Spielberg is actually someone that comes across the screen during that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And my
That's the
favorite
first
bit
part.
in that is if you notice when you first see him talking on the phone, you see the dude with the time machine from the H.G. Wells book, right? And then they cut back to wherever Billy and them are, and they cut back to him, and these people are just standing around where the time machine was, like,
Where'd it go?
it's hilarious.
I didn't catch that. That's cool.
Yeah, check it out. That scene is hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where were we at? Music. Dylan, you talked about it, right?
Yeah, it's phenomenally done. I love it. And Spielberg is good. I'm just saying, in the commentary, they said, though, that they were trying to make him happy. So that's why they threw in jabs like that. Because he's checking the dailies, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they would throw shit like that. So
They just give him a line of Coke, and then they're like, look at this Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah,
He's like, I
look.
love it. Print it. Print it. Here's another few thousand.
Let them keep telling them how much they love me.
That's the sole reason Brooks is here. Brooks, what do you think about the music?
I like the music in this movie. Like I like the theme is like has that very mischievous kind of sound to it. It fits with like how these gremlins act, because they're just like these crazy fuckers that just do whatever the fuck pops in their head. And then I also like there was a song in the middle by Michael Cimbolo, the guy who did Maniac.
Mm-hmm.
When they it's like kind of the first instance of the gremlins like going crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It's like super Madness.
So
And they even have like one of the Gremlins doing the flash dance thing.
yeah.
He's got the leg warmers on and shit.
Yeah.
Break dancing.
Did you get leg warmers? Where did you get them?
At the Oshkosh Bagosh store or whatever, man.
They would have had them all over the place in the fucking 80s. You could
Yeah,
walk,
dude.
walk anywhere without tripping over a pair of leg warmers.
It's because
Leg
one of
warmers
the
and
things
spandex.
that this movie is about, and probably one of the reasons why the Gremlins get dressed up as different characters, is because it's time to talk about the theme. We are pop culture philosophers. One of the things this movie's about is hyper-consumerism and the commercialization of Christmas. Okay? These Gremlins are literally us running around like crazy-ass fools, causing all kinds of misfit and commotion during the holiday season. I had a quick, simple errand to fucking run today. 3 goddamn wrecks. People going fucking crazy and ape shit on the fucking road. We are the Gremlins. We are the Walking Dead. No, fuck that. We are the Gremlins. I could talk about the little bit about Xmas and depression and suicide rates, right? Because that's obviously in there. But what I really want to talk about is back into the idea that this is representing us, especially during Christmas time. They start off as mammals. They become reptiles. That means they're reverting. They're de-evolving back to their reptilian brain. It is all about what comes into their brain, what they want to do of the moment. It is all about
Damn,
impulse.
you're getting deep, bro.
Dude, I love this film. It's all about that. There's also an anti-technology thread throughout this movie, okay? None of the technology works, right? Whether it's the car, whether it's all the dudes' goofy-ass inventions, none of the technology works, right? And that represents something. That represents society being fascinated with the next best new thing, being distracted by technology and the bold vision of the future. Meanwhile, the store owner represents that older, wiser, more mature, more grounded kind of an idea, right? So you have the Chinese store owner and you have the dad representing these two opposing forces. And the dad is so fascinated with this, which is not good, because what it does is it causes him to become disconnected from his son. So now he has to feel like he has to go and find something extraordinary to give him as a gift, and winds up basically killing the town. This movie is about all of that. What do you think this movie's about, Jay Strick?
Well, damn, you just broke it down, brother.
I just want to throw y'all some curveballs.
Yeah, I like it. The store owner's name, it was bugging me. His name's Mr. Wing. And I guess they didn't bother to give his grandson a name. His name is Chinese Boy.
Chinese Yankees
And
fan boy.
IMDb. Yeah, like that's kind of messed up. Whatever.
They're not important. They just sell the dog wine.
Young
There's
short
some
round.
cool shit in that
Care
shop
who they
too.
are.
That was like going into
Oh,
Mark's
yeah.
Imports or something, man. That place was cool. And I love that one moment where he's like, if you got a real bad case of dragon breath, bad breath.
Bad
I love his whole
I
spiel.
get it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of different
Well, that
things.
kid was like 2 minutes away from short round, though. He was 2 minutes away from short round.
You're right, Bueller. Bueller loves to poke holes in my philosophical reasonings for films. Jay Strick, what'd you say, though? What do you think it's about?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. I think, one thing you could take away is like the family dynamic is like way off. Like the wife doesn't talk about like how she really feels to her husband, and she just walks on eggshells around him. I felt like that was like hard to watch for me to watch.
Like you see that in the
Yeah.
phone scene. The phone scene.
Yeah.
When, she has to explain, oh, no, I'm sure it works. I just had to rush in from outside.
And then she like goes to Billy and is like, "Oh, we can't tell him that. We got to take care of him." It's like, dude, you're like coddling him. Like, if his thing sucks, tell him it sucks. Like, I don't want to keep doing a sucky thing if it sucks, And then like Billy's working full time, paying bills. It's just a weird dynamic. So, I guess you could take away like, don't be a shitbag dad. I guess.
What about you, Barry? What do you think this movie's about?
Well, I mean, you kind of blew me away with that when you were breaking it down with the store owner and the dad. I was like, holy shit. Like, that didn't even come close to that. Like, that blew my mind away right now. Like, you got pretty deep in that. I don't know, man. I guess that's
Philosophy.
what it's about. Yeah, the philosophy.
Well, what's
I
it
guess
about for you, man?
I don't know. It was just like a fun movie to watch, It was just.
Barry's like, I don't want to
See,
say what I
Robbie?
had prepared because
See, Robbie, not everybody has a theme.
Oh
That's
man,
okay.
no, like I don't know. It felt like a Christmas movie.
How about this one, Perry? I'll throw you this one. How about follow the rules? Listen to the damn rules to something.
I could see that. I was kind of intrigued with the dad, how the moment he saw he could make more than Mogwai, he was like, "Oh, we could sell thousands of these to all the kids in the
Oh
land."
yeah, right.
You know, and I was like, "Oh damn!" You see like the instant greed come out of the dad, like,
Yeah.
"Let's capitalize off this real quick." You know, so I thought that was
After you
that was
drop
kinda
water
cool.
on it, I'm not making a ton of those. They'd be everywhere. They'd be like tribbles. Be nuts.
He was like, "This could be the big."
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot he does
He's
that.
like, I finally got one."
Yeah, that's a good point though, Perry. That the dad, the first thing he thinks of is, "Oh my goodness, we're gonna make," and he's not even supposed to have this thing,
No.
Yeah.
you know. So, and it touches on the hard times for everybody because the kid sells it to him because he's like, "We need the money." You know, Billy's putting up with this shitty job because he needs the money. There's that woman who is constantly asking that wicked ass witch or whatever, like that she needs like some time. You know, that they just started new jobs and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Oh, I
yeah.
don't know what
The
to ask
single
for
mom, yeah.
Christmas." And their kids are like coughing and shit, you know, like, "I'm so hungry, Mom." She's like, "Me too." And I'm like, damn, man, this movie reaches and gets a little
It
dark. What
does.
about you, Delaney? What's this movie trying to say to you?
I took some of the good ones, man, but I would go with responsibility. Of course, please follow the rules. I mean, it's not that. I mean, you can follow as many rules as you want. You can break a few, but not these rules. So it's basically being responsible, a responsible pet owner. And if you know that your dogs can't eat chicken bones because chicken bones do this, you don't feed them chicken bones. So it's just like little stuff like that. I feel the dad is the worst character in the film. He is goofy and lovable, but he needs to be more. He needed to be more responsible in just getting this gift and just giving it to his son, knowing these rules exist and they're there for a reason. Now, no one told him why, but you still listen to the guy. You know, you still listen to the Chinese shop owner that's telling you, "Hey, it's not for sale."
Do you
There's a
think
reason for
do
that.
you think it would have been a different movie if the guy straight would have been like, "Oh, don't feed them after midnight because then they'll multiply and turn into fucking gremlins."
Yeah,
The water makes them multiply. The feeding turns them into gremlins.
turns it into Gremlins.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. You're
It's
good.
called
Well,
First Blood, not Rambo.
You touched on in the beginning why was Gizmo the only good one, and I was thinking about the water that spilled was like paintbrushes were in it, and I was like, well, the paint must
Yeah, it's
have
gross
lead.
water.
So then when the lead water fell onto Gizmo, he had like birth defects, so they all came out
Bruh.
crazy. You know,
Dude, I like that.
that's
In
going a little
1984
deep.
Okay, wait, Perry. Hold on. I got a caveat to that. Nope, because you dropped water on the one with the teacher, and that one was evil too,
That's
and that
true.
was pure water.
That was probably
That was
distilled
clean
water.
That
That
was
was the
yeah.
seed water. Yeah.
No,
It
it
needs
was.
to be river water.
I like how
Lead
mad
pipes,
scientist
though.
the teacher gets all of a sudden.
Yeah,
He's like, can I keep this one?
I gotta study it.
They got that human anatomy film playing or whatever.
Oh, dude, that's like the goriest part of the whole
yeah,
movie.
it
Dude.
is.
Oh, candy bar! Ah!
Oh man, it's out there. What about you, Dylan? What's this movie saying to you?
Well, you guys touched on a lot of the good ones, but I had the big one that I always liked at the end when the Chinese dude comes back to collect Gizmo. He basically just, I don't know, I guess maybe that Billy's father called him, but to me, I always just thought that I was like, man, he just walked right up in the house, you know? I'm like, he found the ass. But the big
gave
part,
him
you know,
a
of him,
He gave him a business card.
and then, you know, Billy gets that look like, oh my God, you're going to take Gizmo. And his dad's like, yeah, like, it's got to happen. You can't follow
Yeah.
the, like, we can't.
Look at the news.
We tried.
Exactly, look at the news. Exactly. But that's the big thing that we're not ready, you know, and man, we ain't ready. I mean, look what just happened in the damn world, you know, and shit, nobody was ready for that, you know? So, I mean, but I you know, I could round back to the Phoebe Cates scene all day, you know, where, you know, it's just, it can be a depressing time, you know. And Billy, he goes, you know, wow, you know, like I thought just everyone's always happy around this time of year. And she's like, no, like, you know, this is, you know, the highest rated depressing time of the year. You know, people, you know, kill themselves more than ever. this time of year, and it's not all just, it's not a movie, everyone's not just happy, people go through real shit.
Yes, they do. Good
Word.
points, Dylan. Absolutely. Fable says, "What was up with that slimy chicken Billy fed them? That was some slimy chicken."
That was some childhood.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
That's what happens when you don't. That's what happens when you don't heat that shit up. Because he was like, "I'm not heating it up for these fuckers."
it looked like it wasn't even breaded.
No.
Bueller says, "Bottom
Yes, it was
line,
fried chicken.
if Pete, Corey Feldman's character, didn't have to dress up like a Christmas tree, everything would have been just fine."
That sounds fair.
Because that is what knocks down the water, isn't it? So it's not like they don't follow the rules. They just like Billy doesn't intentionally try to feed them after midnight. They do that.
They do it to
Yeah.
themselves.
Those-
Trixie.
I like how they're like whispering to each other and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so fucking funny. I love it.
But
What about you, Brooks?
Gizmo was smart enough to not eat it, almost like he knows, like, no, it's like he knows they're up to something, and maybe he even knew it was past time, and he like, because Gizmo, he doesn't want to get touched with water. It hurts him when he had to birth.
He let that shit happen though.
Yeah, he did.
He was,
Yep.
he's like, you want some Gizmo? He's like, nope. He's like, see what
Right.
the fuck, asshole.
And then when the eggs are born, and the next morning he's just like, uh-oh. Like, you little shit, you should have said something.
Yeah,
You said something.
Yo, tell me why you just
he did. That's what the song
shit.
was. That's
Yo,
what the song is. I bet the wee.
I don't care, bro. If I woke up with those eggs, that nasty ass shit on my bedroom floor, best believe I'm picking that shit up with some big ass gloves, throwing it outside, getting the damn fire going. And I don't even
they're
need to see
dead.
Gremlins to know that I'm burning that shit. Like, I don't know what's up in here, but I seen Alien at least.
Yeah,
And
you're dead.
like, what is this shit?
Yeah, no shit, right? What about you, Brooks? What's this movie saying to you?
Well, I think the moral of the story is that humans are too self-absorbed to handle the kind of responsibility that something like a Mogwai, requires. Because it's like that's how we are. We need to take care of ourselves. And sometimes we do that. We don't really pay attention to how we're affecting things around us. That's kind of like a thing. With environmentalism and stuff, like we keep doing things that we know are bad for us, but we're just so obsessed. We're so self-absorbed and only caring about, how we feel now that we don't really care enough, and, the power, like how humans like just can't handle that kind of power or responsibility. And, an interesting thing about what you said about technology is that the original Gremlins mythos was about, creatures that got into machinery and messed it up.
Yep.
It's like a World War I thing or something where like
Yeah.
if a plane
What have we
got
talked
fucked up,
about?
they'd be like, oh, Gremlin must have gotten there. Like it's kind of making excuses really, but
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, like blaming your problems on something outside, like some outside force,
yeah.
as well. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that's a World War I or World War II legend that started there about like if something went wrong, they would blame it on gremlins, and then that came back into American culture, and then that led to the Twilight Zone episode, with William Shatner with the gremlin on the plane. All he's trying to do is just fuck up the, and that's why the Dick Miller character. That's why he's like, these foreign cars, they fill with gremlins. They're gremlins.
That's amazing.
That's why he loses his
story.
mind. And he's like, there's a gremlin. There's an actual fucking gremlin.
Yeah.
He loses his mind, man. I love it.
Isn't that amazing stories? Not
That's a
Twilight
great
Zone?
thing.
Or-
Oh, that's Twilight Zone, brother.
It is?
Yeah, they redid it in the movie with John Lithgow.
Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the George Miller scene. Come on, Dylan. Come correct if you're going to come at us.
Wait, no way.
Bro, I got you got a horror. Don't you have a horror show?
Yeah, don't you have a horror show coming up? You better fucking do some research,
Yeah.
Dylan. Amazing stories. All right, it's time to get to the rating of the film. Out of 5 possible you digs, what do you out there in the PCP Army in the chat, what do you give this film? What do you give Gremlins? What do you give it, Jay Strick?
Out of 5 you digs, I will give it a 5. It is a classic Christmas movie, man. I mean, me and my lady watched it last week. We threw on the popcorn, had the candy, had a good old time. It's so much fun, and I love the horror element. Like I said, halfway through the movie when it really just gets darker, and it's got everything you want in a little Christmas horror movie. It's just perfect. So I'll give it 5 digs.
Perfect score from J Strick. What about you, Perry?
I think I'll give it 5 because I kind of want to watch it again. And that's like my number one factor in giving like a final star is rewatchability. And the fact that I even want to watch it again, I think it deserves a 5-star rating. Now you were talking about theme, and as everyone was talking, I was thinking about like, what if this was like a message to like mankind on why the aliens won't reveal themselves because we're not ready to follow. Like, what if aliens have certain rules that we have to follow? And it's like, look, man, you guys can't handle this, right? Like, I don't know. That just popped in my head, and I was like, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense.
Spielberg and Dante were up at the Bohemian Grove talking with the rest of the Illuminati, and they were like, yeah, we got to make this movie to get this point across. We tried it back in the 50s with The Day the Earth Stood Still. It didn't work. Now we're doing it with Gremlins.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does. I'm really going to dive deep on that soon.
Look, he's writing it down. Dive into aliens, Gremlins.
Connection between Joe Dante.
It's all connected.
All right, a perfect score from Perry as well. What about you, Jelani? Out of 5, you digs. What do you give it?
Give it No, I'm kidding, man. Give
what?
What?
This is a fantastic film.
You give it a 4 or 5?
Are you serious? Am I like doing that again?
Choppy, bro.
Yeah, no, it's 5. It's
5.
5?
Yeah, this movie is such a 5 because yeah, man. 5. Yeah, it's good, man. It's great. What are you laughing at?
You're chopping it out. You're
Watch it on the replay, man. 5 you digs from Jelani. Perfect film. You love it, right?
Yeah, I love this film. It's a great movie. It's the rewatchability factor is fantastic. What is wrong?
I just love how you get mad at us because you're lagging. It's not our fault, homie. It's just funny.
I give up.
You're good now. 5 you digs. Nice. What about you, Dylan?
It's a movie.
Oh, yo, I have seen Nightmare at 20,000 feet. I just didn't know that was supposed to be Gremlins.
There's a gremlin on the wing of the goddamn plane.
Dude, that thing looks, it's like a crazy ass gorilla.
Is that the Bigfoot on the side of the plane with the curtain?
Yeah,
it's a
big.
I remember that.
The John Lithgow one, I only remember bits and pieces of, but the William Shatner one I love because I remember me and TK. Perry knows TK if Perry doesn't, or if Robbie doesn't, but
I do.
Me and him were like binging that series at the same time, like a year ago. But man, I'll delay. I can't delay it anymore. You know, I'm giving it 5 you digs. Come on, this movie was my childhood. Like this is one I even get. Like I was just telling my little brothers, like we gotta watch this one. I was giving them shit. I'm like, you guys haven't watched Gremlins this year? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like,
that's what you're saying to your baby brother? What the fuck are you doing with your life?
He's like 7 years old. What are you doing?
Like,
you fucking piece of shit.
What are you been doing? Getting your medical degree, you loser?
So 5 you digs from Dylan.
Yes, sir.
So far, we're perfect across the board. Brooks, what about you?
Well, this is an easy 5, and I don't want to get crucified, so I give it 5.
All right. You don't want to be the one to fuck it up.
Yeah, this movie is exactly what it's meant to be, I think. It's like it is the perfect version of itself, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. You can never remake it.
So much so that when they did the sequel, all they could do was just kind of parody it.
And just crank up the craziness.
Yeah. But these Gremlins go to 11. This one's a bat. This one's smart. This one's electric.
That's the original Gremlin.
Yeah.
The original Gremlin's in the Bugs Bunny cartoon, brother. Right? The Bugs Bunny cartoon Gremlin? Remember that?
No. I'd have to see it, man. If I see it, I'm like,
okay. Check it out, man.
That's why, like, I gotta see it. I've seen so much. But
HBO Max probably retconned it because it was racist.
yeah,
Against
probably.
Gremlins, yeah. I know that this is going to be a big shocker to most of y'all, but I'm going to have to think really hard and judge
Bro,
this very
shut up.
critically and give this a 5 you digs. This is one of my favorite films. When we did our 80s movies podcast, it was my number one pick. When we did our Christmas podcast, it was my number one pick. This is one of my absolute favorite films ever since I was a child. I loved everything Gizmo and Gremlins. I ate it all up, every bit of merchandise. I stay away from it today because once you start collecting Gremlins toys, there's so many Gremlins for them to do. But there is that nice box set of the caroling Gremlins, which that's the first moment where they really break that typical Gremlin monster character, and they're out there just being like,
Yeah.
like they're so freaking funny, dude. Like they set up these bits. These Gremlins, they get together and like, not only are we gonna kill this old woman, we're gonna be like Carolyn outside of her house, and then this dude's gonna sneak in, and she's got this damn chair, and you're gonna fuck with these wires, and it's just gonna fucking shoot her through the goddamn sky. I love it. I love it. 5 you digs, perfect scores across the board from the Excitable PCP crew. What does the PCP Army say? Stefan says
Robbie.
5.
Target did an exclusive NECA, and it's Stripe in like a Santa suit, and it comes with like a little Gizmo, like with a Santa hat, and it comes with a Santa hat, and then you like put Gizmo in the bag. But it's so dope, bro. Like in the box, like the box is so cool. It's perfect for Christmas. I can't find it on Target, but I'm hoping I can get that sucker soon.
Nice. Led Zepp also says 5.
Later.
Mars Comics says 5. Herminio says 5.
Nobody's giving it anything other than a 5 so far.
Fable says 5.
It doesn't suck.
And Easy Reader says it doesn't get 5. It gets Station, you digs. Station.
Part 2 would have got a perfect score too.
And Travis has got a 5 as well. So, and Travis says actually 10. We're going to put it together. So, yeah.
I'll give it a 69.
We love 69, dude.
69.
Perfect score. Station for Gremlins, everybody. Let's get the actual official Kid Cudi station going. Station for Gremlins, PCP Army. All right, that's our Gremlins review. Thank you all for being here and joining us. Don't worry, PCP Back Chat is continuing on after this. But first, Dylan, why don't you tell us what's coming up at your show tomorrow night?
Yeah, we're reviewing Krampus. The what year was that? 2018?
15.
I was 15. Damn, I just saw that at the theaters. It feels like 2 years ago, but I guess it was 5. Yeah, man. It'll be fun. I was gonna say, should we do it at like 9 again or 10? I don't know.
Let's go ahead and nail it down. You want to do it at 9 our time, 10 your time, like we did last week? Same time that we started the show?
I think we did it 9 my time and 8 your time.
Not last week. No.
We'll just do it, yeah.
However you want to do it.
That's fine. 10 my time, 9 yours.
So 10 Eastern.
Okay. Yep, 10 Eastern.
So tomorrow night, 10 Eastern on Dylan's Comics, Krampus. And by the way, there's a link down below in the description where you can sub up and check out Dylan's channel and Perry's channel. None of these other cats have channels. They're just part of the Excitable PCP crew, as we all are here. And we'll make Perry an honorary member. Not full-fledged yet, but I like the way you came back around on that theme, Perry. You're a little bit of a pop culture philosopher yourself. Just so you know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be right back for Back Chat after these messages. What's up?
Oh,
I had to mute Perry's mic. I don't know if you.
is he shouting
I don't know if you
obscenities?
saw what was going on. There you go. Hold on. There you go. I had to mute your mic, brother. I'm sorry.
I don't know. My
We went
bad.
live.
He was like, "Fuck these PCP guys."
Oh, what's up? Hey, we got Superior Hero Reviews in the house. How's it going?
What's up? How goes it?
I think that was somebody was adjusting their lighting situation in their studio. That's all, Faith.
Yeah.
That was me, by the way. What's up, everybody?
My lighting is always perfect and always has been.
Your lighting's very good now. I don't know
That's great.
who finally got through to Brooks, but he put a light on his face like a month ago.
I believe it was David Hatch.
Yeah, I'm tired of David Hatch's bitching.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, that's funny. I love how, like, the entire time we're talking about theme, Perry's probably thinking, what can I say to really impress Robbie? How can I connect it to aliens? Robbie likes aliens.
No, Dylan said something about how like we're not ready or something, and that
Yeah.
just like set off like alien vibes. I'm like,
It's
oh
true,
damn.
though. We're not ready, you know? And I
We
think
aren't ready.
the Gremlins
I
are so
said
creepy.
too, the eggs were just like alien.
They
Yeah.
are, man.
Oh
They
yeah,
are.
prove it.
Okay, hold on. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Let me find a couple images here. Alien
I should have
egg.
known.
Ridley
I should have
Scott.
known.
Can't
I
just
know-
type in alien egg on
I
YouTube.
actually got one.
Oh, why not?
Let me go grab
You
it.
know, Dylan's got the pop of it probably.
No, I
You
got
got
the
alien egg
Gremlins.
pop.
I got the Gremlins pops though. I got that flasher one that I forget who said it. I think it was misexplained.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we should have did the question like which Gremlin would be, but I feel like we'd all say the Streaker.
that's not what I would say.
No,
All right, there's the alien egg. You see it?
Okay.
no. We see Christmas lights.
That's
There's
bro.
the
That's the
alien
egg
egg.
from Godzilla.
It does look like the 98 Godzilla.
Yeah, the Godzilla.
No.
2000, yeah.
All right, Dylan, where's the gremlin egg? Where's your gremlin egg pop?
I don't have a Gremlin egg pop. I have a Gremlin pop.
Where's the egg?
There's no egg.
You said you had a gremlin egg. Did he not say that, y'all?
I
would-
weird. I was weird stretching on him.
Yeah,
He doesn't really have one.
you thought I was being serious?
Gremlin egg. Joe Dante.
You know
you
the-
just don't
you know
look
the-
up gremlin egg.
The alien NECA comes with like an egg, so I if I had that, I could have really weird stretched it.
See,
Show
you
that-
can't
show
even
that
find it that
egg.
way because it's actually not an
Hold
egg.
on.
It's a cocoon, remember?
Yeah, but they show it on I got a picture of it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Well, then show it.
I'm going to.
I literally
It said
said
prove
show it. And you're like, I ain't got nothing to show
I
off
said
the
a
egg.
picture, dude.
What's an egg?
I got a picture.
What a whole weird goddamn segment this is.
It's
Oh,
just
I was gonna
happening.
say that they look like Furbies.
Look,
They do look like
This has been
Furbies.
work-
don't- or
this
Furbies
has
look
been
like
working on
Mogwai.
it.
Ugwai, yeah.
I like how in the gremlin cocoon you can see the form of the gremlin in the exoskeleton over it. I think that's cool.
What the fuck wanna do?
I agree.
It is growing itself from fur to
That- you know
reptile.
what,
So
though?
yeah,
That's the Gremlin one. God damn. On the right, but then that's an alien one. Or no, that's Gremlins.
What are you talking about,
Yeah.
man?
Dylan, if you trade me that egg pop, I'll trade you a Beanie Baby.
I got a Furby and a
That's what
Tamagotchi.
I was trying to screen share. Did you show
you
it?
can kill.
I did show it, brother, and then you like took it off. I didn't take it
No,
off. You
I
did.
didn't.
Dude,
see
this
it.
is a weird bit, y'all.
Yeah, this is a weird. It's not even a bit in this.
We got a
fucking
guest on the show. Can y'all just be normal?
Perry's one of us. Perry's fine.
One of us.
Yeah, who said
Perry,
Perry?
was here for road. Oh, Jay Strick, you've never been on a stream with Perry. Did you even
I
know
used
Perry?
to show my toes on stream.
Right, talking about flavor code. This man
Love
was
it.
Oh, I got this
too
messed up toe. It's like all black and curled, and it's got like
Gross.
it looks like Corona toe.
Super gross.
What?
but worse. But
Thanks for
worse.
sharing.
Yeah.
You got a whole another channel called Perry's Toe.
No, I should have an Instagram for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might get.
It's just a camera 24/7 on your toe. Different versions. Sometimes Christmas music's playing.
Donation. Every donation, I'll clip a toenail.
Clip
All
a
right,
toenail.
so this is PCP Back Chat. This is just where we talk about whatever, and we'll end it with some show and tell. I do want to point out that the Festivus stream will be Wednesday night, December 23rd, 8 p.m. Central Time. Me, Brooks, Jelani, and Jay Stricker there for sure. This is our third annual Festivus stream. We're very excited. We'll be airing our grievances and listening to yours about the year. And yeah, I know it's like to be ready for a 15-minute block of Jelani just airing his grievances, because I think that's what he did last year too.
Yeah,
I did. And then we'll be performing feats of strength. So
it's essentially just a weird stretch, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It's the weirdest stretch of all, my friend.
Perry. So I actually thought that was a good topic, Strickland, and we can do that now in Back Chat. But what gremlin would you be? And let's open it up to Gremlins 2 if you've seen that one. But what gremlin would you be, Jay Strick?
I'd probably just be the one at the bar just getting lit, pilled over.
The one that's like just fucked up.
Just like she hands on the beer and he just passes out.
Nice. What about you, Perry? What gremlin would you be?
I'll probably be like the flasher guy. Like I can see myself doing that if I was a gremlin.
Nice.
Yeah, but with your toe instead. Just flashing your toe everywhere.
What about you, Jelani?
I would be the one that kills the teacher because I love Snicker bars. I loves me some Snicker bars.
Was it a Snickers bar or was it like a Zagnut or something? What?
I think it was like a Zagnut. No,
well, whatever it was. It was a Snickers.
Was it Snickers? Okay.
Did
Hungry,
Snickers
White
in the 80s?
You're not by
Yes,
yourself.
they had Snickers in the 80s. I love it. Jay Strick's like, do they have way back in the 80s? Do they have candy bars?
Dude, I don't know.
We also had phones that were stuck to walls.
Y'all had movies in the 80s?
Did you?
We did stuff and things. They were watching Snow White. So some movies.
They love the hell. I like how Billy's like watching Snow White. And they're loving it.
Loving it.
And Gremlin, Gizmo's even like singing. Remember, Gizmo's like,
God,
what gremlin would you be?
Who?
You.
You went to Jelani? I didn't hear. See, mine would probably be like Grant. It's either Stripe Man or the flying bat one in part 2. He's awesome. I love the one that's like that can fly.
Yeah.
That one is dope,
and he can go out into the daylight.
Yep. Yeah. But
spoilers, Perry, but in the second one, certain gremlins get like these genetic modifications.
Bro.
And they get powers. They're really fucking
by Christopher by the legendary
Christopher Lee,
Christopher Nolan,
Christopher Nolan. What about you, Brooks?
I'd probably be like the Brainiac Gremlin in Gremlins 2, the one who's like, because I
stole my answer, you piece of shit.
Want. You want to know about gremlins? I can tell you about gremlins. I went to college.
You stole mine, you asshole, but that's okay. I'll come up with a new one. I would be the guy who's just chilling at the bar by himself with a cool hat. I think they said he's based on Frank Sinatra, and he's drinking his whiskey. And then the fucking puppet comes up, and then he like hits him with the hammer. I just am fascinated by that dumbass, that puppet thing. We're just like, it's so stupid. So if y'all out there in the PCP Army have a question, this is the time to throw it out. I have not watched Mandalorian yet, so we're not going to discuss that.
Bro,
everybody dies, man.
Bro, I don't know, but somebody had to get ready for this damn show to really do. I did a fucking 2-hour meditation today on Gremlins to come up with my ideas for the themes. Okay, and
I believe it.
I accidentally spoiled the ending for my brother-in-law earlier, and he's a big Star Wars fan. I felt really bad about it.
I think I've seen the spoiler.
Oh damn!
What spoiler?
So
don't say it.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Exactly. So I don't want to talk about it.
Everybody dies.
Oh man!
But you really need to. People on social media, they really need to calm the fuck down with these spoilers. Dylan, you were talking the same time I was, man. I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I said nothing. No spoilers.
You got the egg?
Yeah.
It's turned into a weird bit.
That broke Perry for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I was throw up. Oh, damn.
I would like to take a moment to talk to you about what's going on right here, right now. Remember that, Brooks?
I
What?
love Gremlins
That's
too,
when
man.
the brain
Oh,
can't.
I wanted to review it so bad, but Robbie refused it.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Bro, it's already
True.
like we're already an hour and a half in here. What if we were going to do the second one? And yes, it's not a Christmas
Bro,
movie.
we reviewed like 5 Phantasm movies.
I just can't
review
believe
each
you wouldn't
other.
do a double feature, Robbie. Like, how dare you?
How dare you?
We did a double feature last week on Dylan's channel, and one of those movies sucks ass.
He never invited me, so I didn't come.
I would
No,
have
talk about Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Oh, Delaney, we didn't get your ratings last week on those. What do you think about those two films?
Silent Night, Deadly Night. The first one is pure schlock. It is. Oh God, it's beautiful. Something about like the way he turns into how evil he is. Oh, it's perfect. It's like so. I give that, but still, it has its flaws. So I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 3.5, 3.5 stars. I will watch it again because it is awesome in parts. It's just it just the kills alone are just wonderful. So he loses his mind. Anyway, the Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Masterpiece.
It's kind of like a rehash, but stupid. It hurts my brain. It does. It broke me. Like I forgot what it was because I saw it the first time I watched the second movie was. It's been Hollywood Video times.
You're supposed to watch it on Garbage Day.
No. I watched it. I watched it. Oh, really?
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day. Yeah. So I'll give that one a 2.
Dude, he gave them the exact same ratings I gave them.
It's given a 2 because, like, I'll never watch that one again. It kind of hurts me. The brother is a waste of time and effort. He's not his older brother. It's just not the same. So yeah, I give it that
They're
one a
not
2.
supposed to be the same.
Yeah, you don't want it to be the same. Then people would be
Right.
like, "Oh,
I don't mean samey. I mean like at least try to up the ante. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, as Robbie said before, he was right. It's a walking meme.
Brooks said.
That movie is a meme.
Yeah.
It is. It's all it is. And it's not worth human consumption, man. Sometimes it's just not.
You haven't watched the sequels, my friend.
There are more after that one?
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5.
Dear
And then
God.
a remake. The remake's
Oh.
actually pretty good though.
Really? I may check out the remake.
You know, I looked into
Right.
that, Dylan, and most people say it's not. So I don't know if I trust you.
Bro, I don't care.
Why do you guys have a horror show if you don't trust his judgment?
We're
on,
building
man.
up. We're building up our shtick right now.
you need to do some trust building exercises."
Fall back on each other.
Yeah,
The fifth
That's fair.
one. The fifth one is directed by Brian Yesna, which I actually kind of want to
That's cool.
rewatch it.
That's interesting.
I feel like the fifth movie is always the best one.
The Dentist. I used to watch The Dentist when I was young, and Brian Yesna did that. Dude,
The
I
hell is The
revisited
Dentist?
them. They're both good as hell.
I remember Dr. Giggles. That was the one I watched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Giggles is the one I remember. Yeah, that was the guy that was the bad guy in Darkman. I can't remember his name. He was in LA Law too. I cannot remember his name.
It's just that a creepy looking fucking balding white dude. Like that's what
Yeah.
he is. You know,
Basically.
he's good.
The
He's good.
Dentist is better.
Yeah, I just don't. I think me and Dylan spent a lot of time over this year building a lot of trust, and then when he convinced me to buy Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 on Blu-ray, and
I didn't. You could have watched it on Tubi for free.
You changed, Dylan.
You could have watched it on Tubi for free.
No, but you were like, no, dude, it's even better than the first one. That's what you
What's
told me.
What's a Tubi?
I don't think I said that.
That's what you told me, man. Rewind that
Maybe.
shit. Rewind that shit.
Rewind
On the
it.
TikTok.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Harry, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I was enjoying the Blu-ray discussion. What movie is that? Silent Night,
Deadly Night.
Deadly Night.
Oh man,
Silent
it's
Night,
all.
Deadly Night.
It's mostly a clip show. The second one is a clip show.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
With some incredible dialogue and eyebrow twitching.
Perry's got to watch the second one just so we can have a reaction to Garbage Day. I think that might do well for you.
Garbage Day.
Garbage
God, I
Day.
forgot about that.
Like it
Something
literally
about it.
became this whole meme thing. Like people
Yeah.
like Brooks knew about it before he even watched the movie. I told
Yep.
Brooks we were watching. He goes, "Oh, you mean the one with Garbage Day?" I'm like, "How do you fucking know about Garbage Day?" I didn't know about that shit. And this is the guy that literally all the time is like, "What's Spotify? What's TikTok? What do y'all talk about?"
Hey, Robbie, you can't be too mad because the return window on Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is still available. So
It's
I'm
true.
gonna tell you this.
you could return it.
I'm gonna tell you this, young man. Don't you ever tell me to be or not to be a certain fucking way. Okay? Let's just get that straight. I may be your co-host on this upcoming venture, but don't ever forget who the fuck I am.
And the
I'm
meltdown
goddamn
begins.
Dalton from Roadhouse. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not gonna return it. Like it's part of the thing. Here's the thing. We got it with the slip cover, right? Eventually, that shit's gonna go out of print. Eventually, Screen
Prove it.
Factory's gonna do a box set of all of them, right? So eventually, we're just gonna get that. You know it,
I
Dylan.
hope so.
We're
I
suckers.
do want that. I'd like a box set of them.
But don't you ever forget who the fuck I am, Dylan.
Hey, dude, they got the figure. They got the you could get the Blu-ray poster and figure on Screen Factory. I want it, bro. I need to have me a figure of him.
I saw that. I thought that was a cool looking figure. I like Billy in Silent Night, Deadly Night. Another good one, Perry, that we talked about last week was Black Christmas. Black Christmas is like Halloween level. It's actually
1974.
Oh,
Black
it's a
Christmas.
movie that inspired Halloween.
It's
so.
nuts.
Darkman is
Wow.
so good too. Robbie, did you see The Stand came out? The TV
Yeah,
show?
I'm
Oh
not
yeah, I
hearing
gotta
good-
watch it.
I'm not hearing
Yeah,
good
well,
things about it.
Really?
What did you hear?
I'm hearing bad things about it.
Really?
Really?
I liked it.
Oh,
Do you watch it all?
Yeah, the whole first episode.
Oh, so only one episode's out?
Yeah, I wish they would have released it all. I think it's 8 episodes, but it kind of was pissing me off because I do know the Mick Garris one so well, and I'm like, they're kind of like going back and forth. I felt like.
Did
You know,
did they show a good version of Randall Flagg? Like, do you see Randall Flagg in this?
It's dude
In the
from
first
True
episode?
Blood. It's dude from
Yeah.
True Blood, man.
They show they only show
Skarsgård.
they
Yeah.
show him for like a second at the end.
Okay. I mean, I want if they make a good
But-
Randall Flagg, I might be in, and I
It
want to see
seemed
what they do
pretty-
with the disease.
Yeah.
So
I
it's just
it seemed from what I saw, I liked it and it seemed pretty good. But the guys who did New Mutants are like all over it. That one movie that just came out, it had some good horror stuff. So I hope, man, I hope it's good. But Abel mentioned Darkman, and it's funny. Like there's a part
we
where
did a
they're
review of
going-
Darkman.
where they're in like the after stages, everybody's died. It seems like they're gonna get more into like the after stages and like people living on, almost like The Walking Dead in a way.
So it
and,
starts
like,
like that.
They're,
It
they're
starts
like
like
set-
the
they're
end?
like starting to settle down and stuff, but they go back and forth. It's not like where it's just like one part. Like you just dive into the beginning and it's like a full story. This is like it's going back and forth. Like
Boo.
one moment they're like reliving the past or what, and then they're back in the in the fucked up time.
Yeah,
But,
I want to see the disease. I want to see the progression like they did the miniseries. Like
they
they-
show
it's supposed to be. Yeah, that
you know
one
how the
continuous
guy, like,
shot.
found the guy who like drives him and his family across country and then like ends up dying in Texas from crashing his car, and he's the guy who leaked the virus. They
Yeah.
actually do show that at the end, which was actually pretty cool. But
This is
it
riveting.
started off kind of annoying me, but it got better towards the end. So I do
Okay.
have faith in it. I would check it out. They should have
I'm
released
excited to check it out. I think the original, the Mick Garris one that you hold in such high esteem, Dylan. I think the first episode's really good, and I think the rest of it's fairly silly and weak.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But I'm excited to check it out. I know Brooks is. He's a big Stephen King fan. Perry, here's something I want to talk to you about since you're
I
here.
didn't even get to touch on my big thing.
Whoa.
Oh, Dylan,
right.
you can do that on your own time, man.
Now we're stretched.
That's not a PCP activity. I want to know, Perry.
Man, I only brought it up because of one Dark Man scene, but go ahead. I don't even care. You'll see it when you watch it. If you watch it.
Thank you, brother. Perry, out of all the news from last week, all that Marvel stuff, right?
I haven't seen it.
And all the Star Wars and the Marvel shit? Didn't you do a reaction?
Yeah, I haven't. No, I'm gonna do like a live reaction. I haven't seen any of the what's been announced yet.
You're
How
fired,
the hell
Perry.
did
You're
you
fired.
avoid that?
I just
Dude, his
don't
whole
look at
brand off that. Yeah.
it. I gotta like make
Perry,
that's like
don't-
part of
don't-
like being, like a reactor. I gotta like make myself not see any of that stuff.
That's
He's
nice.
that
That's pretty
episode of
smart,
How I
man.
Met Your Mother when they're trying not to watch the Super Bowl and they're wearing all the little glasses. Okay, just me. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, just you.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
That's like a
What was
white
it like
people
meeting,
show. I thought you knew that. Okay,
What was it like meeting Bueller in person, Perry?
He's so tall.
That's what I
I
thought.
wore my plastic vest and he had a real leather Roadhouse official vest.
Wow. Yeah.
No, it was a
Seems
cool
like
cat.
he would have stuff like that.
It's a cool guy. We shredded some books together. It was a blast.
Nice. We have a super chat, a random weird stretch from Mikey. So super chat, thank you so much, homie. We really do appreciate it. Hey, yo. How you doing out there tonight? Feeling alright with the crew tonight. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name's Delaney, who earlier this year I thought was just a duty head, but is now one of my favorite people and a delight. Best Laugh of 2020 award winner goes to Delaney. What a weird stretch, Mikey. So,
Weird stretch, Mikey. Thank you, I guess.
Best
But
Laugh
give
of
us a
2020
duty head
Delaney.
comment.
Station.
Let us hear that. Let us hear that laugh, young man.
What laugh?
Give the people what they want.
Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha
Damn.
ha ha.
He'd be
Do I
the
look like
worst.
a clown to you?
Ha ha ha. Are you not entertained? There, I'm done. That was my laugh. There you go.
He doesn't know how to dance for super chats. That's why Robbie gave him the rhyme.
Why was I a duty head? Please, Mikey, explain my duty head.
I like how he wasn't like the shout out to Delaney. He's one of my favorite people, man. He was just like who I used to think was shit. A shit kid.
You.
He's gonna watch like every video he's been in now, like analyzing it. Like is this part where I was a duty head?
I'm not going there.
That's
Oh.
hilarious.
Well, I appreciate it, Mikey. Thank you. I guess there, you'll get that
I would-
forever.
Look at Stefan's like I super chat once and it got no song and a half a second of Joker clapping. I'm sorry, Stefan. I don't remember that night, but who knows what the circumstances were. But sometimes you have the spirit move you, sometimes it doesn't.
Womp womp.
That's a weak excuse, bro. You should give him more. You should
Yeah. Dance, monkey.
give him a refund. Give him some more.
Mikey says, I mean that with the most genuine love.
Thank you, Mikey. Again. I'm still confused, but
Made
thank you.
You made Delaney uncomfortable for some reason.
Delaney's like, how am I a duty head?
How am I duty head?
It's probably like, I don't know, man. Maybe like you talk shit about a movie Mikey really likes.
Probably.
Got to get a pen. Why is Delaney a duty head? I'm gonna look into that later.
His name is Duty Head.
It's like the most genuine, disrespectful, weirdest. It's like it's nice, but then it's like, damn, you just call me a duty head.
Someone must be doing that for like the rest of my week.
I hear that a lot,
Thank you.
man. People be like, I used to think you were kind of an asshole, but you're actually a good guy, Robbie. I'm like, damn, thanks.
That's literally my slogan for
my
Robbie.
question. Yeah. I get that out of you.
I just get the first part. Like, man, this guy's a real asshole.
Is that just how everybody gets introduced to Robbie? Like, man, this guy's a real asshole. And then,
Whatever.
he's not
Embrace it.
completely an asshole.
I have my own apologist army. Robbie's not that much of an asshole. You just got to get to know him. He just doesn't like people he doesn't know,
Or people.
which is pretty true. Damn, Perry, I think you're pretty cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. We talked about aliens and shit that one time. It was fun, man. It was fun times.
Heck yeah.
You showed your toe off.
I've never seen Perry's toe. I'm going to have to look this shit up now.
Very like, yeah, thanks, bro. But I guess I'm starting to warm up too. You're okay.
See, Mikey says, now Robbie I used to think was super nice, and now maybe he's more of a duty head. Yeah. Now that I started doing these live streams with y'all,
Delaney rises and Robbie falls.
yeah, people started realizing who I really am.
That's why you're on like opposite ends of the screen.
Well, the spectrum, yeah. We are at odds.
He's usually right next to me, but he's been falling lower and lower these weeks.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Do what I can.
I thought this was a nice format that we had tonight. I thought it was
Yeah,
nice.
it's pretty good, man.
Jay Strick did great as the leading man.
Could've went
Perry,
better.
batter number 2 is always very important. Aaron Judge bats number 2. Good old Jab coming in at number 3. That's a very important spot too. And Dylan batting cleanup, basically. And then Brooks is the guy that, if
I'm
Dylan
always the
doesn't
tail.
He's the
I
pitch
told you-
hitter.
I told
He's a pitch hitter.
Brooks last night why he was always the tail. I told him that, didn't I? What did I tell you, Brooks?
Because I'm the best at improvising bullshit.
You do. You'll pull something out of
Everybody's
nothing.
taking, like,
That's
all
why
the
we love
shit.
you, Brooks.
I can like just cobble together something.
I appreciate that about you.
Yeah, dude.
Me too.
It's 100% why he's last always. Plus, he's always the last one here.
If it ain't first or last.
Yeah, super last. Super
So-
latte.
Who's winning the NBA season this year? Lakers? Yeah, I think so.
Bro, calm
This
down.
year,
Better be the
really?
Lakers.
Didn't they just win something?
You know what I found out
I
last
don't
night?
watch basketball anymore.
Jay Strick, guess what I found out last night?
What?
Guess
What?
who's a big Lakers fan?
What?
These nuts.
Brooks is a big Lakers fan.
That's a weird stretch.
What?
Is Vlade Divac still on the team?
Bro. That was like 2006, bud.
No, LeBron James is on the team now. You ever heard of him?
No,
No, but we should. I was telling him we should come. Guys should come over sometime. We get some pizza or something. Watch a game.
Only if it's the hamburger pizza.
Va.
Was that like pizza on a hamburger bun?
The one from Domino's. They got the like taco pizza and the hamburger pizza.
It's a hamburger pizza's pretty good.
I'm not trolling. I wasn't trolling. It's good. Would you
They
agree?
totally put pickles on it.
Would you agree
Pickles
that the
on it.
hamburger pizza is good? It tastes a little bit of ketchup, but I still enjoy it.
Is it a pizza?
Yeah.
Or a hamburger?
Yeah.
But it's a
So it's
pizza
a
hamburger
pizza with bread on it?
And
I'm
sauce.
confused.
and bread.
It is a
With
pizza
American cheese.
with a ketchup-y type sauce.
Well,
It's got like
Like
hamburger.
sandwich?
It's got certain. It tastes like
It was
a
like
goddamn-
pizza with sausage on it.
It tastes like a cheese.
but there's bread and there's cheese.
does it
How
all
are we
pizza
selling it?
and bread and cheese?
You're not selling it at all.
We always end up talking about food on these things.
Yeah, don't we?
Yeah, we're a food channel.
Yeah.
We're a food channel, man.
Yo, I just got an air fryer. Oh my god, that thing is awesome.
Dude. I got an air fryer. I talk about it a lot. For Christmas, I'm doing a ribeye.
Oh, nice.
I
And
mean,
I'm
air
getting
fryer?
potatoes.
brave.
Oh,
It's
fried
brave.
French fries.
Do it in the
And an air fryer.
It's good,
It'll
man.
work.
Cook yourself up
You
a
know what?
prime rib for
You put
Christmas.
tater tots in an air fryer, not a ribeye.
Dude, you don't know. I've done it,
You
man.
can roast the whole chicken. You can put salmon in there. You can put tons of things in there.
Dude, it's an air fryer.
No, you got to grill that.
There's
Bro.
the hamburger,
grill
the
steak.
cheeseburger pizza. See it? That's
Yeah.
it.
It just looks like a pizza with sausage and tomatoes.
It looks like what they used to make in the cafeteria.
But there's something in the sauce that makes it taste like ketchupy, like onion. There's onions. It tastes kind of cheeseburger like. It's not bad.
So if you take 2 slices and put them on top of each other, it'll be and eat them like a pizza, but like a burger.
You can do that if you want to.
You flip one or the other.
That'll make it feel more like a burger.
Then it's a calzone. Technically a calzone.
Oh, we got some insider information here. It says I used to work at Domino's.
still-
It's ketchup mixed with mustard flavor. There you go.
Huh.
Prove it, Dragon saying.
What?
Arminio, I fucking hate got Domino's.
Yo, there was a point in my life where I had Domino's every day for like 2 months.
I believe it.
Yeah.
There's a point in
Pizza
my life
starts
I was
tasting
like
like
that with
cardboard.
Taco Bell.
To the point where like I missed the
My
day
dad
that the guy
was up
came
the
because he was
Domino's
worried.
delivery driver, and he
I feel like we-
disappeared.
You didn't order a
didn't
pizza.
know where
They
he
called
was.
Barry. They were like,
For
"Are you
all this
okay?"
time.
I feel like we all went through a Domino's phase. I leveled up. I'm
Yeah,
a
we
Papa
did.
John's guy now.
I ordered Domino's the other night.
It tastes like
Well,
cardboard.
freaking Herminio's in New York, bro. They got real pizza. Like,
Yeah, they
I
do.
can get why he hates
I
Domino's.
never ate the pizza. I always got the sandwich and the chicken.
Oh,
And
the
then, like, a
sandwiches
soda
are
pop.
good, bro.
Yeah. The chicken habanero.
Yeah.
They're like $6 each or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a $5
Like they have like
combo
meals or
coupon.
$5 each. Yeah.
We got a
They're
question
good,
from
though.
David Hatch. He says, question for the illustrious panel. I somehow read that with a tinge of sarcasm. What is your favorite Christmas dinner food? Jay Strick, we'll start with you.
Well, for Christmas, we typically don't do like the Christmas dinner. Like, I guess a lot of people do like the same thing as Thanksgiving. We do something weird, like we're doing pizza this year, but last year we did burgers. So whatever we're feeling the year, I guess. I like either or.
Okay, what a weak ass answer. What about you, Perry?
That's a real answer.
It's usually like either like bourbon maple ham
Oh, that sounds amazing.
or Chinese food.
That sounds amazing too.
Okay. Chinese food.
What
It's
a
either
weekend.
or.
Christmas
Yeah.
story of you. Very Christmas story of you.
Rah, 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 rah. What about you, Delaney?
My favorite Christmas food has got to be standing rib roast. Standing rib roast is one of our traditions. There's another one of braised lamb. We just find like a good cut of lamb, and it's awesome. My dad puts the seasoning on it and mint jelly and all this fun stuff. We have fancy Christmas dinners, like really fancy. Like we get the napkins out and stuff. It's fancier than Thanksgiving. So yeah, we go out. Like I don't know what we're doing this year. I have no idea. But if my dad gets a rib roast, I'm about that life. It is so tender. And if there was a time where he would try to cook it well done, and I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I finally showed him the YouTube videos on how to cook things, and he got it down pat. So it only took me like 3 years out
that
of
your
the, like
uncle?
10 we tried it. No,
Is that
my
your
dad.
uncle? Yeah, it took me 3 years of watching YouTube videos with my uncle to get him convinced about flat Earth.
Oh, that makes sense. But you got to show him stuff. And
What about you, Dylan?
What's a Christmas
What's the
food?
question?
What's a Christmas food?
What's your favorite Christmas dinner food?
Probably like the honey ham my dad be making. Most of the
Honey ham's
time he'll
good.
like cook it like really, really like good because I don't really like fat in my food, like in my meat. Like I can't stand fat. Maybe like a tiny bit, but even that I don't like. So like he'll cook it like crazy, like well done, where it's almost like it just pulls apart almost, and it's almost like it's like right before it's jerky, you know, where jerky's like dry. It's like almost kind of like that, but yeah, that's probably one of the best.
Ham.
What about you, Brooks?
Well, like the past like few Christmases, my dad has been making prime rib.
Prime rib's good too.
Oh, man, prime rib's so good.
Yeah,
And I
dude.
remember like back in, I used to work at a country club. So they do like, those kind of holiday dinner things where they'd have like a carving table or something, like they'd have a prime rib out there and like, you'd have the chef out there basically cut you a slice.
Yeah. Get the juice.
Bro, did you work at Valley Hill?
That middle stuff, man.
Did you work at Valley Hill? Brooks.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. My family does the same shit for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I think it's okay. So, but out of all that stuff, my favorite stuff was like banana pudding. But like if I have to pick my favorite Christmas dinner food in my own personal life, the way I've lived as an adult, I really like a nice pumpkin spice eggnog with some Maker's Mark.
Nice.
That counts as
Very
a food,
nice.
right? Because it's super thick.
That is a food.
High
It's egg.
calorie. So yeah. So I would go with that. Or just like a good there's this like Bacardi Gold or some shit. I don't know. No, it's not gold. What is it? It's like an aged Bacardi. It's like oak 8-year Bacardi or something that John got me into. It's that shit, and eggnog's really good. And it doesn't have to be pumpkin spice. I like the gingerbread. I like regular eggnog. I love eggnog. The problem is I try not to buy it until like Christmas because it's that you get fat as hell drinking eggnog, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I went on
They got 2 for $6. They got 2 for $6 at Kroger.
But this year, since I'm doing my own Christmas thing, I'm doing a ribeye and I'm doing mashed potatoes. I haven't made homemade mashed potatoes in a few years, and I make them pretty baller. And I'm going to make some macaroni and cheese. I'm not getting fancy with it though. I'm getting the Cheetos mac and cheese because I really like that shit. The jalapeno cheddar one's really good.
Okay. Ain't mad at you.
So Station for Christmas dinner.
Station.
I saw they got the flaming hot one too.
That's not good. I don't like it, but I don't like the flavor.
That looked weird, like red.
It's super red. It's like goddamn hot neon red.
That's
I
weird.
don't like the flaming hot flavor, like that you get on the chips and shit. Like I actually don't like the flavor of it. So I didn't like that one. But they have regular jalapeno cheddar and then flaming hot. And the jalapeno cheddar one's the fucking shit, dude.
Dude, the Cheetos jalapeno cheddar are banging too, bro. I don't know if you ever had those.
Yes.
They're fire.
Well, I can't tell you how many times. There's also down here we have a generic chip company called Golden Flake. They have a version of them that are really good. I can't tell you the amount of times in my life I've gotten D&H straight up and just munched down on like 2 bags of those things with some friends. D&H means drunk and high.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like,
got
I was talking about David Gillespie. I'm like, what?
That is Gillespie.
I understood that reference.
D&H.
I only eat these chips with David. Nobody else.
So how are y'all doing? See, Dylan, how I do this at the end of the show, the broadcast.
Dylan, how are you, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm just chilling.
Hey, Dylan, I know you're just chilling.
Chilling with Dylan.
With Dylan. Yo, we watching this movie with the killing, and we gonna root for the villain. Because you know that's how we be feeling. Because we chilling with Dylan.
Yo, chilling with Dylan. Chilling with Dylan.
Yo, we chilling with Dylan on Dylan's Horror Show with co-host Rockin' Robbie Saturdays. Yeah, starting January 9, 2021. What they got to look forward to, my man Dylan. Yeah.
Wow, bro. He like set you up and you hit him with the peace sign.
I loved it. It's fine. That's authentically Dylan. It's going to be a weird dynamic, me and you, Dylan, on this show.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man.
Yeah. What's a Dylan?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you gotta watch Victor Crowley, and you'll like. I gotta clip the scene that I'm telling you guys about, and like, there's so many clips with the guy, and it's just so fucking funny, bro. You guys would laugh. It would be just even funnier as an inside joke with
What's a clip?
I don't think Dylan appreciates the fact that me and J-Strick are trying to give him gold for free. with
I
our
know.
chilling with Dylan little
I
spit. You know,
agree.
I know that you were about to go off.
I was about to go off. He kept
You were about
interrupting
to
me.
go off. He kept
You
interrupting
felt it.
you.
Yeah.
I want to clip it and edit it and make it into like an intro. That sounds awesome.
Chilling with Dylan.
All right, well, we'll restart it. I'll
Dylan.
reset you up, Jay.
You can't do that, brother. Like now the
Nah,
moment's passed, man.
Now I'm retired.
The illustron and
I'll
the
come
history
back
of anything
wearing
is
the 4 or
gone
5.
now.
It ain't to play games with you. It's to aim at you. Sorry, Jay-Z.
Maybe maim you.
Blow you to smithereens.
Oh, can I get a? No, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, sorry.
Me
What-
and Jay
what?
Strick sometimes we'll play out. We at work we'll practice the kid and play kick step,
We do.
and we're getting back to where we were pre-COVID.
Yes.
Yes.
We got
And that's-
rusty.
Where you can touch each other
what?
with your feet.
Excuse me?
I was saying with the kick thing when you kick each other with the feet.
Language.
Before,
Why gotta make everything weird, dude?
Why you gotta make it weird, man?
You duty head.
You fucking duty head.
I forgot about Duty Head.
How did you forget about Duty Head?
Because,
I
man,
haven't.
I'm drinking, I'm
Oh
smoking,
my
and I'm chilling with Dylan. We gonna rock around and we killing for the villains, and we chilling with Bob Dylan too. You know how we do on the stream with me and you.
I thought you were gonna do duty head in there somewhere.
Duty Head. I ain't got nothing. I'm trying to get. I look. Here's the thing, dance fucking monkey. This is what Fable always does. Yo, freestyle, J Strick. J Strick freestyle, bounce.
Got some bars.
Prove it.
Yeah, dude, I didn't do nothing without Robbie getting some super chats.
No, shut up. Are you gonna do the Hellboy song if we get another super chat?
Sure.
Y'all heard it. We get another super chat. J Strick's doing the Hellboy song. You'll get a freestyle, possibly.
You sure you can remember the
Jesus
words?
He's got,
Christ.
I want to warn you though. This kid is known for choking when he gets put on the
I'll
spot.
do it. I do.
Oh damn.
You're choking
I'm
now.
literally,
Everybody's choking
I'm
now.
literally Eminem in 8 Mile. Yeah. Mom,
Vomit on the
spaghetti.
sweater already. Mom spaghetti.
You fucking duty head, fucking teddy bear motherfucker.
First of all, this is my solo hoodie.
Young man.
Prove it.
All right, see you, Dylan.
He's cleaning his room right now, man. He just doesn't want you to give him shit for it.
Someone super chat every
Oh,
time
I gotta
Dylan
get
changes
a
room.
charger. My laptop's gonna die. A-holes.
Oh yeah, prove it. Take us with you.
See,
Yo, what about that egg pop though?
Yo, I got it. It's coming. It's on its way.
pops are on their way out.
Pops are on the way out.
I got a couple new pops though to show off for show and tell when we get to it. in a
I-
little bit. That's
Pops are on their way
I'm
out.
having it rerouted back.
Plushies are in too.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
J Strick, J Strick,
Bars.
J Strick,
Oh,
J
shit.
Strick,
Oh,
J Strick.
You better not
Ready.
choke.
what's happening?
Hard.
Just unmute my mic.
Yeah, we can hear you now, brother.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay. Okay. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Dylan. Got a little for a show. His name is Dylan. I can't do this.
Come on, J Strick, spit something. I'll get you started. You ready? Here we go. Yo, yeah. Call me contact, coming right through with a gray skull. You know how I do. Roll around with Thanos like an infinity gauntlet upside your face. Let me tell you nothing but a big distaste in my mouth. And you're nothing but a big disgrace. I look at you, no Mount Rushmore, and you come on this. Give us some more now. Come on, J Strick.
I thought y'all were doing his name is Hellboy. His name is Hellboy.
You gotta change it up, man.
You got the beat so loud, I can't even hear my own voice.
Excuses.
Literally, that is the truth.
Did you hear me?
This is
I
my
heard
disappointed
you.
face, by the way.
Yeah.
You're distant. It's
You gotta
not-
lose
you-
yourself.
You're not on beat.
Ooh. With the music, the moment.
It doesn't matter. They know it's not going to be on beat because of the way the internet works, Jay Strick. This is live, okay? But like Perry said, you got to lose yourself, man. You can't have excuses. I knew you were going to fucking cheat.
Yeah,
Call
me.
I want to. Can you
Call me
refund a
B
super
Rabbit.
chat? Perry, do you know? Can you refund a super chat? I feel like he didn't.
I think if they donate another $5, it refunds the first $5. But I'm not sure.
I think that's berating Jay Strick is like compensation.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is.
5 points for Gryffindor.
Look at that. Look at what David fucking Hatcher says about you, brother.
First of all, David, I know where your comic books are, so you need to calm down, young man.
I'm about to turn this light off. I will turn this light off.
He'll do it. I've seen him do it.
There's fucking duty head Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you.
I just feel bad for Mars Comics. It was like, oh man, a J Strick free flow? Hell yeah.
Bro,
you were
we're gonna
going
do
to
it.
first.
It just choked. It's all good.
I don't have anything to say.
James says, I feel like I put 2 quarters in my ear and heard 50 Cent.
Jesus Christ. See, this is why I can't do the YouTube thing. I'm not made for it. I'm just here for the good times and the memes. But I made myself a meme.
You started off pretty solid. Let me tell you. You had your own like style and flow.
I couldn't hear anything.
You don't. This is what you do. You ever recorded a song? If you can't hear you,
and
you
I
just
can
do
hear.
this. You do this.
Yes, exactly. But the freaking song was so loud I couldn't even hear me.
Brooks, what does that sound like?
Complaints, excuses.
First of all, at least I know what the theme of music is in a movie. 2 fuckers down there. I'm talking to y'all.
What theme?
Oh, he's passing the buck.
Yeah. That's what chokers do, man. That's what chokers do.
First of all, don't even start, duty head.
Oh, I'm crying in my eyes.
Jen's about to leave.
Don't leave, man.
Stop being mean. I think he tried his best. It's not easy to be put on the spot and be asked to freestyle to a random ass Joker beat. Here on
Robbie, like literally has every week. He's had practice, guys.
Here's the thing: if you want to, like Jay Strick, at one time, would you agree that at one time you were a lyricist, a musician, a lyricist, a rapper?
Like 8 years ago.
So, me too. Like a long time ago, right? I don't do that shit anymore. But we should have still, basically, ammunition. We know, I know tons of words that rhyme with contact. Don't you know things that rhyme with Jay Strick or Dylan? Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Jay Strick, give me some straight dick.
Yeah. Look, even Perry can do it.
We got bars.
Hey, dude, it's not like his name is Dave Locke or anything, you know.
His name is, yeah, we don't want to get into that.
Yeah, that's probably not the best idea.
Look at that bold statement.
Who's Reggie Miller?
Damn. Brooks. I guess that's why nobody remembered him, because he choked in the playoffs.
He did.
Perry, weird stretch.
A bit, you know.
It was a weird stretch,
I
Perry.
remember that reference. I get that reference.
Mars says the $5 was worth it.
Yeah, this is like a 20-minute bit, so it's worth it, Mars Comics.
It's all turning on Jay Strick was the real purpose all along.
Yeah,
This is the way.
straight dick from Jay Strick. Dylan's like, I don't know what the damn theme song's going to sound like now when Perry cuts this shit together. Chilling with Dylan. Straight dick.
Jay Strick with a straight dick.
That's what we used to do. We used to get like high as shit and just like fucking freestyle, you know? We just walk around outside, smoke a blunt, and just freestyle for hours.
like,
God, I forgot the step-by-step one. What's the
I
step?
remember he used to do that a lot.
yeah, but we would do it
Like,
door to
all the
door like we
time.
were caroling.
Like every time. Like
No,
literally
Jelani,
every
me and
time we
Jelani
hung
did.
out.
Me and Jelani would do. Bye, Dylan.
Bye,
He didn't
Dylan.
plug his laptop in.
It's like, screw you guys.
he thought he plugged it in.
He didn't plug it into the outlet.
He's dipping out before we turn on him.
The gremlin ate the power cord.
Oh,
There's a real
damn.
life gremlin in my fucking room. I don't know if this is fun for the chat, but it's fun for us. That's why we do it.
Good
Man,
times,
isn't
man.
that all that really matters?
Yes, right?
Yeah. Yes, our enjoyment.
We're the Andy Kaufman of YouTube. We just do this for our own enjoyment. We don't give a shit. I'm just kidding. We care about y'all. We really, really do.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Thank you for not being the Reggie Miller of YouTube audience.
You need to calm down, duty head.
Dude, hey, don't tell me I live my life.
Bro.
Okay.
You the Tony Stank of the PCP Army.
Is your name Tony Stank?
Don't thank. No, I'm a duty head. Dang it, Mikey.
People get honest during the holidays, you know. You drink a little bit on a Friday night. Maybe you smoke some bud wherever it's legal. I don't know. And you do your thing. You know, maybe some people, maybe Mikey's on shrooms and like having like a real like surreal experience and being like, I have to let Jelani know I used to think he was a duty head, but now I don't. And that was the point of it, Jelani. He said that you are now one of his absolute favorites and you win best laugh of 2020.
I understand, and I thank him for it. It's just now that you guys won't shut up about duty head.
What are your favorite all-time comic book characters? Jay Strick?
GL.
Joe's trying to plug it up right now, by the way.
Did his computer actually die?
I don't know, but he's trying. He's trying.
Yeah, he'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern is one of my favorite superheroes of all time.
Is there a reason why, or are you just
I thought it was just like a quick pass it to Perry. Like I didn't know. Am I elaborating?
Man, obviously.
Sorry, I'm still fucking shook from the freestyle, y'all.
Shake it off, bro.
You're
I
gonna
can't
be
think.
fine, man. You're gonna be
Now
fine.
I'm broken.
All right, what about you, Perry?
Shake that shit off.
I like Lobo.
Nice. What about you, Jelani?
That's Wolverine, Snickety Snicked.
What about you, Brooks?
Oh, Thor is my favorite. And Jean Grey's a close second.
Me personally, I would say Mr. Fantastic, but very close behind that's Blade.
I need
Blade.
to watch that.
You haven't watched Blade?
I keep forgetting to watch it.
You
Yeah.
piece of fucking shit. What are you doing with your life?
I finished Lord of the Rings. I finished
Oh,
Lord of
dude,
the Rings
yeah,
though,
you
finally.
finished Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings.
Boy, is butt numb.
When's your
Someone gave me a
reaction?
toy.
When's your reaction to Return of the King come on?
Hopefully I'll have it done by Sunday, if not Monday.
Okay.
Nice.
And
I
then
watched that.
Gremlins.
Wait, did you do the Gremlins already? And then you're, or
Yeah, I
are you
watched
watching
it
a
on-
reaction again? Okay.
No, I watched it a couple days ago.
Everything's fresh to you. I like that. It's very,
Yeah.
very original.
Yo,
I
did
didn't
we
actually
touch
watch
on that
Gremlins.
lady
I just
who was in
pretended
the stairs with the
Yeah,
chair
like,
and she
the-
flew
the-
out
yeah.
the window?
Just-
I didn't
Yeah.
even know they had that in the 80s.
What's her name? Mrs. D something.
Deagle.
Deagle. That's right.
Single.
Yeah, Deagle.
And she was like threatening to kill the fucking dog. She's like the Wicked Witch of the West. Like she's after the
Yeah.
fucking dog.
Yeah.
She's just this
She was
fucking
so
mean
mean.
ass. She's
How
a
did the
dick.
dog get tangled? How did he get tangled in the lights outside?
The Gremlins, man.
That
The
was the
Gremlins,
Gremlins? Like they picked up the dog, they wrapped him up in the thing and threw him up there? Like that's
Yeah,
crazy, dude.
That's fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah.
That poor dog was terrorized just as much as Gizmo in that movie, man.
And he got
I like-
replaced by his owner, you know?
What?
He got
Oh,
kinda
yeah,
like
he got replaced, yeah.
'Cause, yeah, Gizmo was like the new pet.
The new pet. Yeah.
And then he winds up going on the road trip with the dad, so he's away. So luckily they don't kill the fucking dog.
Yeah. I'd
'Cause
have
if he's-
been mad if they killed
He's
Barney.
stuck around for more.
I'd have been mad.
You got somebody acknowledging Blade Trinity down there, man.
There's only 2 Blade films, and then the Sticky Fingers series. That's what I'm saying, though. I don't care about the Spider-Verse shit they keep trying to throw down our fucking faces, right? With Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. No, get Sticky Fingers back, get Wesley back, get Mahershala Ali. Let's have the Bladeverse. Let's do the Bladeverse. I'm ready for that.
You and Sticky Fingers, though. I mean, that show was okay.
Never forget him. He was a great Blade.
He did a good job, but
he's better than Wesley in that movie that doesn't exist.
Hi, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan. Welcome back.
Triple H was awesome in that movie that didn't exist.
Dylan frozen, or is he just holding
I don't know
still?
if he's frozen.
Dylan.
He's just thinking.
If that's you holding it, you should be a mime. Oh no!
Oh, damn.
Again.
I thought he was doing a bit for a second.
He held it together.
That was going to be really good. Yeah.
I love when Jelani was lagging and he was getting so fucking mad at us.
Oh
and, like,
yeah, what was that?
I don't know. I like my internet.
I said, like, what do you think about the movie? And it was like 15 fucking seconds.
Just nothing. And then you just get mad at me for laughing and flick me off. I'm like, bro, that's funny. That's comedy.
That's why you're a duty head sometimes.
Yeah, I suppose so. But man, my internet sucks. I don't know why. It's been doing this a lot lately, but it hadn't been doing it for a while now, so I'm happy. I don't know what I did different.
Heard there's going to be 13 Andrew Garfields in the next Spider-Man.
And Anakin Skywalker.
Garfield the cat's in the next Spider-Man movie.
I love all those dudes. Like the one that somebody shared in the PCP Army where it was like the dude that played, hey man, that dude, Spidey just stole that dude's pizza is going to be returning to be the, hey, Spidey just stole that dude's pizza guy in the new Spider-Man movie. And then people be like, wait, do I have to watch Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, and then Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and then Spider-Man 1 and 2 to understand Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I just want if Tobey Maguire is coming back, I want him to be emo Tobey Maguire.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to be like super integral to the plot of this new Spider-Man.
Well, he's like Electro's in it, so that's going to be
Doc Ock. Apparently, they're going to try to get Thomas Hayden Church and Willem Dafoe.
What? Oh yeah,
they're doing too much. I think they're doing too much. Sony is going too wild. That's a little
too fast for the moment to last times. Don't know to you.
They're just going to show like the second home. It might be the Spider-Verse.
I think we answered this question the other day. Favorite events in comics. I think me and Brooks answered it.
No, we did that on a live stream not too long ago.
Not too long ago. Real quick, mine's Crisis on Infinite Earths. J Strick.
Blackest Night.
I mean, yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah,
I like how Jordan.
I thought it'd be Blackest Night.
There's better Crisis than that. Like, come on, y'all. Come back to me. I'm thinking. I'm eating some nuts.
What about you, Jelani?
Okay. So she's it. Age of Apocalypse, hands down.
All right. What about you, Brooks? It's Onslaught, right?
Onslaught, yeah.
Fable says Paul Giamatti is coming. Says Paul Giamatti is coming back as Rhino. No, he's coming back, but he's actually playing his character from the movie Sideways.
Why not just a wine snob?
Yeah.
Don't choke on those nuts, J Strick, says Mike. What if Anakin Skywalker played Spider-Man and he faced off against Sandman?
I hate you! I hate you!
You were the chosen one!
You're getting everyone!
Chosen one, Spider-Man!
What's your favorite 101 Dalmatian?
The third one. That's
I
a
like
good
number
one.
5.
Nice. I understood that reference.
Perry, who's your favorite Dalmatian out of the 101 Dalmatians?
69, dude.
69, dude.
My favorite's the one voiced by Keith David.
Was he one of the Dalmatians?
Oh, look, he's back. I'm sorry,
You
Dylan. I didn't
remember
see you down there.
No, I don't remember that.
I thought he was back. I think he froze again.
Oh.
Dylan, man.
Nope.
There we go. Yeah.
Nope.
Now, he's still here, but he's like looks the exact. Oh,
For the AOL loading screen.
There he is. A gremlin.
Internet witchcraft.
That
going.
shows I'm black though.
Yeah.
Dylan? Dylan?
What's your
Dylan!
favorite Elseworld story in Disney, DC and Marvel? Favorite Elseworld story? DC, I really like DC New Frontier by Darwin Cook. I'll go with that one. If not, that Kingdom Come, I think.
Oh, you took mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can just repeat.
Okay.
But over at Marvel, I really like Earth X and like Squadron Supreme. Age of Apocalypse. Yeah. Jay Strick, what do you think?
Besides the one you mentioned, I like Red Sun. I'm trying to think of some Marvel ones. All the ones that are coming to my head are like DC.
It's because you didn't read enough What If.
I did. I really did it.
All right.
I really did it. When it comes to events, it's more like I know DC. I'm not very knowledgeable with like Marvel events. I've never even read Infinity Gauntlet. I know.
What? That's crazy. What about you, Jelani? Favorite Elseworld story, Marvel and DC?
For DC, it'd be Armageddon 2001. And then Marvel would be Elseworld. It would be Age of Apocalypse. Yeah, going back to Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's solid.
Stefan's got a good one right here. Mute X is really good. I have every issue. Weird stretch. I know. I can't prove it though.
I do too.
They're all over there, but
is Marvel versus DC Elseworld story?
No, that's continuity, motherfucker.
Is it really?
That really happened. Aquaman beat Namor with a killer.
That is
Willy,
crazy.
baby.
Then.
Free Willy. What about you, Brooks?
DC would probably be Dark Knight Returns.
Nice.
And
I understood
Marvel, I don't want to be too obvious by saying like Age of Apocalypse, but there was like a What If story an issue of What If I used to have back in the day. What if Rogue possessed the powers of Thor? It was like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, because like Rogue, instead of like when she stole Miss Marvel's powers, in this one instead she steals Thor's powers and she basically becomes Thor. So it's like one of my favorite characters becoming my absolute favorite character.
Dope.
That is dope.
Was Gambit super stoked?
No, it wasn't no Gambit because that was like before she joined the X-Men.
That's right.
Member of Freedom Force.
That's right.
We got some good ones from the PCP Army. James says Injustice was a good event. Superman kills Joker and it's on.
Yeah.
Mikey, the duty head that he is, says Batman Bloodstorm. Imagine Blade versus the Vampire Batman. But yeah, the whole trilogy of the Vampire Batman world is really, really cool. BJ's got a great one, Old Man Logan.
Yep.
That's a great one from Marvel. Gotham by Gaslight's great. That was Mike Mignola doing the artwork there. Massacre. A Mutant Massacre. That's a great event if that's what we're talking about there. Bobby, I have not seen the Gods and Monsters DC animated film, so I don't have any opinions about the Mexican Superman. Have you all seen that? Do y'all have opinion on that?
Do I remember seeing it? How long ago was that?
It was a couple years ago. It was the one where Bruce Timm came back and it's like Zod, I think, was supposed to be Superman. And
oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah. I did see that. Yeah, it was good. That took me a while. Yeah, I forgot.
I haven't watched that one.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. It reminds me of the planetary one, the Last Night on Earth.
Stefan says Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Hell yes. And Gods and Monsters was dope. Yeah, it was an original idea. I know that. It's like Zod was Superman. Somebody else was Batman. I don't remember. I didn't watch it, but
we lose Dylan again.
Yeah,
he's in and out.
He's having trouble.
This is the bit now.
Yeah, it is. He's just going to miss the rest of the show probably because we're about to get into show and tell.
Picture this, if you will.
Because I still have to finish editing the weekly pop culture wrap up.
The Twilight Zone.
I had a podcast I did, and then I did this, and
and then Chris Matheson, friend of the show, he was on like 6 months ago.
He was
weird stretch.
Man-Bat was Batman. That's right. And then James says, what determines a comic event? The publisher calling it an event.
Yeah.
Or just seeing something that's big.
It's an
that has
overall
kind of
story.
impact, an overall story that involves many of the characters.
Or like Batman's penis, whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if that'd be an event. Look at that Knob Creek. Knob Creek's good to put in the eggnog too, Perry.
100 proof.
Good job.
Yeet, my boy.
Are you drinking that stuff like straight?
Yeah, now I am. Yeah.
Good God.
Now I am, man.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Knob Creek, Brooks, I left that bottle at your house.
I know.
Weird
Tony
stretch,
was
y'all.
asking about it
Weird stretch.
yesterday.
You been hitting that thing?
Bro, I left
I
my
touched
whiskey
it.
at your house.
Let's put it in
Yeah.
the refrigerator. And I'm like, well, maybe next time they come by, I'll just give it back to them.
Yep. I had a lovely tour of Brooks's home. First time since that 420, man. Since that, Robbie. Man, I love your collection, Brooks. I am very impressed. Very, very impressed.
High praise.
Yes, sir.
The best thing is fucking collections, that Mario castle.
Yeah.
It is very nice.
I
It's
got over
very
there. I got the Hellfire Club.
Kept the Hellfire Club by it. Yeah.
No,
Be prepared for Wednesday night's Festivus stream. Our feats of strength, actually, just so everybody knows. We're going to be displaying our top 5 favorite collectible purchases of the year. Our top 5 favorite collectible finds of the year. Comic books, toys, whatever. Movies, whatever you want it to be. But your top 5, that's displaying your feats of strength. Then we'll have the chat determine who had the strongest 2020 in picking up priceless collections.
I'm gonna show off this Rachel Lee Cook autograph picture I got from her.
Bro, I wish I would have jumped on that.
Kiss me.
If it was available right now, I'd get it.
I know you would.
I'm seeing.
I need to see She's All That again.
If I
Also
got a
had to
chance
do
to
Big
reboot
West Ball.
any comic characters, which one would it be and why? Reboot, probably a wrong word, but what I would like to really put a new focus on, a relaunch, a revitalization would be Blade. I have a 5-year plan, so
Jesus.
I know that people watch this because remember this the other day, Brooks, where I was like, we were doing our stream, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Kenneth Rocafort, the artist, just followed me on Twitter, and we were like joking around. We're like, I wonder if he's watching right now. And then he popped in the chat, and he's like, yep, it's me.
Oh, no.
We were like, and I was like, I think I gave his last book a bad review.
Listen to us talking all this shit.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. And yes, there will be an annual airing of grievances.
I can't wait.
I'm disappointed with a lot of you people.
Mostly pop culture related, because that's how we do, but
Right.
you know how it goes. I'm
Keep
excited.
it clean. Keep it clean, kids.
But in a preview of Festivus time, let's do a little bit of show and tell right now. So show and tell. Brooks, show us what you got.
Brooksy.
I picked this up today, even though like I told myself I wasn't going to, but I kind of like I just randomly went to Target today. I found this there.
Hey.
Yeah. And
I
was
thought
like,
you were done
man,
with toys, man.
it was like the last one on the shelf. I was like,
Dadgummit, I was
man,
gonna get that one.
I was gonna have to get it. So I did.
It was
And,
destiny.
like I took it over. Like I went to my parents' house for dinner earlier, and my niece and nephew were there. And like I had it in the car still. So like of course my niece wanted to play with it, and I was like, so like I had to let her play with it, but like I was all nervous and shit while she was.
Marvel Legends are pretty good at not breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give them to kids. That's why I like them too.
I wouldn't like let her unsupervised for too long play with it now.
Yeah. Understood.
Another thing, I found these things like when I was cleaning out my old bedroom at my parents' house. They're old clamshell.
Hey.
Like
You
you
got
got
the one
for Christmas one year.
You got the little mermaid with the dick on it?
Nah, I do not. I do
Buzz
have the
Lightyear?
Fox and the Hound,
That's a great movie,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
and the one my favorite, a Walt Disney Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Hey. You got Goofy.
Yeah, I remember like there's one in here with Donald Duck where he's basically like has a giant snowball fight with Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Nice.
And last, I know everybody loves this. I picked up some magic cards today.
Hey.
I'm gonna show y'all my top 3. Like I got a Lotus Cobra, new fancy full frame one.
Nice.
Cool.
Like I know, like the envy is just like it's just coming through here.
I want that card, man.
What's a magic card?
It's a card that lets you cast spells.
Bruh.
I got this guy. He's a mythic elemental guy. Ancient Green Warden.
See what you're doing here. It's with the greens.
And I got this card. It's another mythic. It's a planeswalker.
Nice. No border on that, man.
Yeah, it's one. I like these full frame ones they've been doing. They look nice.
Full frame usually sucks, but it's nice on a magic card.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Imagine all the people.
The more you know.
Perry, you got anything to show off?
I got my Lord of the Rings set, so I'm happy about this.
Well done.
The books?
It's like this little, The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but they're like this, like leather bound.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they bend and everything.
Like a
It's like really
Bible.
nice.
Yeah, they look like the
just like a
Bibles
Bible.
you see in hotels.
Yeah, but they're Lord of the Rings, which is kind of better.
That is pretty cool.
So that's what I got.
Okay,
and I got this really cool.
Jesus.
I got this new shirt. This Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that.
I have.
Very
Like the
nice,
early
man.
stuff. I
That's
fell
cool.
off of it. Oh.
Could you imagine if you go into a hotel room and you take out the dresser and instead of a Bible, there's a Lord of the Rings book?
It's Lord of the
I mean,
Rings.
that's kind of hype,
well,
bro.
The Fellowship.
Okay.
Are you going to have reaction videos to you reading the books, like 4-hour videos of you being like, what?
For
I was thinking about
Frodo.
it. I think I might just read it out loud.
Oh, dude.
That sounds
Imagine
fair.
the watch time of someone listening to
Yeah.
all of, like, you narrating the entire.
It's
Can you
still
do
I
that?
did it for so
You
the
do
Darth
book photos?
Vader that came out, the new Darth Vader book, the comic book. I read the entire issue and I did all the voices myself. So
Oh
like
my
I changed the pitches and like all the lightsabers were like meow, meow. Like I did all of that. Dude, that video has over 1,000 views.
That's
Love it.
nuts.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Like I'm just talking like voice acting this comic book and people I guess
If
they
you
like
ever
it.
need a voice actor, homie, just call me, man.
There you go.
I'll do it. I'll play a character.
Heck yeah.
Check
That's
this out. Here's my audition. I play solitaire sometime, unless I got someone to play with. Mon ami.
That's
First
camping.
we charge the card, and then we blow it up.
Jay Strick, show and
Better
tell.
than this.
You're up. Show us what you've got.
Well, I'm sad Dylan's not here. I was gonna weird stretch on him with some movies, but you show off some of your movies, so I'll weird stretch on you. 4K Karate Kid.
Oh damn.
Nice.
Nothing like seeing Daniel's son.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Got 4K Ultimate Edition.
Nice.
I think Robbie's got this one too. It comes with like the cartoon show too.
Does it come with the Mandalorian? Does it come with the?
Does it come with Mandalorian?
Does it come with Mandalorian? Does it come with
Yeah.
the dark saber?
Like, no, that's not what it's called. The DeLorean.
No. Well, yeah. It did. It's over. It's in the side room. Back in the plushes, man. You got a little Pikachu Santa.
Aw.
It's adorable.
It's cute. It's no gizmo, but
It is no gizmo. You got the foil local book
Very
comic day. Something's killing the children. Number
look at
one.
him weird flexing on weird stretching on David Hatch because David Hatch still doesn't have one.
Oh yeah, this is actually yours, David. I stole it out of your box. So suck it, David Hatch.
Freestyle that, motherfucker.
You're
And
going all DX on David Hatch, man.
I need a big hearty station in the chat for this.
No,
Hey,
mega-
station. Somebody's been to Target.
Yeah, man.
Station.
I want to open it, but I haven't opened any NECA figures. Do they have the little holes on the feet where you can put them on stands?
Yeah.
Most of them do. Yeah.
Okay.
And my horror ones do.
Maybe I'll open. I don't want to open it now because I probably will mess up.
Yeah, don't do that
Take
now.
too long.
And
Don't do that now.
conspiracy by big stands.
Excuse me?
the conspiracy about big stands. They make all these figures with holes in their feet, but then none of them come with stands.
Yeah,
It's a little
The stand
convenient, I
industry-
think.
The stand
we need to.
industry pays off all the action figure makers.
I don't know about that.
I can't get into it. I'll
it's
just go
the
off on a whole
stand
tangent.
market. They're making a fortune on the secondary market to sell you stands.
I think I'll air some grievances about that.
Jelani, show and tell, you're up. Show us what you've got.
Alrighty, I got a lot. Like I usually do. First I'll go with Obi-Wan because of his new TV show. This is the Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan from the Black Series. Yeah,
That's not Obi-Wan. That's Jesus.
It's Ewan McGregor. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like this one. I finally got it today. I just went to the store and just bought a whole bunch of toys. Random number 2 is the Phage
Nice.
from the Life Foundation, from that lovely Venom wave. I can never do this right because my hand never gets around the camera. Oh, where the camera?
Higher. Go
I
higher.
honestly don't even know what you're trying to do, brother.
Go lower. Go lower.
There we go.
Just go back
Just
and
trying
forth.
to show it off. All right. And then
He's like, the
next
best way to display the action figure is to hide the screen from my face.
hide it from my face. All right. Then I have
But
my
then-
lovely 2-pack. I got my Logan and my Hawkeye today. I'm trying to do it and not drop the baby because the baby wants to fall out. But I got Baby Hulk from the old man Logan.
You got the child there.
Dude,
Yeah.
look at the posture on
Child.
Baby Hulk. Look at
Yeah.
that. That's healthy.
Yeah,
It's
why
pretty
is
good.
his leg so
Let me
thick,
do it.
bro?
Because he's short. He's short.
And
He's got
thighs.
thick legs. He got them thighs.
He's got
They're
the
pretty cool.
thigh master, man.
Yeah, he's pretty. He works out. He does things. But
Liefeld designed that
Hawkeye,
figure.
yeah. Yes, he did. But the Hawkeye, I love the Hawkeye because this apparently is the head of the year. You can
Dude,
put this
that's
head
like a
up.
Chris
That's Whistler.
Christopherson head.
Yeah, this is Whistler.
Look at it
Might as well
flowing in
be.
the fucking wind, man.
Yeah, it's like I like that a lot. But it comes with an alternate head, which I might put on him. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But
Yeah.
it's not as good as that other head. Next we got my Sandstorm. The one we
Nice.
complained about days ago.
Dude.
This Sandstorm is pretty freaking clean. He's going in my jet collection. Oh yeah. Then of course I wanted to show this off.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
That's my Joker who
Girl segment.
Can I just ask, when the fuck did he have wings in the comics? I don't remember that shit.
I don't know, but the wings
Death
are
Metal.
What, is Sephiroth now?
And first,
Yeah.
in first metal, he had.
And I got one of the Robins to go with him.
Nice.
I get the other two.
Called a Groblin,
Yeah.
asshole. Read a comic.
Yeah, act like you read a comic book, dude.
Tell me what to do. I don't know. A Groblin? Yeah, okay, fine. It says Robin on the box, so I said Robin 22. There.
It's a Groblin. It's a Groblin.
It's a Groblin! All right, and then
Have you never
finally,
read the DC Encyclopedia?
no, I'm not.
am the fucking DC Encyclopedia.
And then finally,
Encyclopedia.
I've got Encyclopedia. These came from my good friend Paul Edwards, and then Mike helped me out to get these as my Christmas present.
Nice.
He got me my Mr. T and my Jake St. Roberts. I'll show my
Open
Mr. T first, of course. I was gonna take him out of the package.
Bro.
Yeah, I think we all have Mr. T now, don't we?
Pity the
Yeah.
foe.
Yeah, I got Mr. T back here doing the station pose.
Yeah. He's got that
Station.
big hand. I gotta get him to do station. And then of course Jake St. Roberts, who is also awesome.
Got the
'Cause he
King
comes with
Kiss
the-
action, man.
Yeah.
He
he
was at
does.
that con this summer, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
was
Yes,
last
he
year.
was. That was last year. Yeah. The Sergeant Slaughter was.
Bro, that
year.
was this year.
No, bro, that was last year. This year was Sergeant Slaughter.
But yeah,
Yeah.
those are my. That's what I got through today. I showed.
What is
No.
that?
I love that Mr.
I
T.
like it
though.
was like, that's what I got today.
Today, tomorrow I'll get more stuff.
Tomorrow.
And thanks Mike for the hookups. Thank you for that, man.
All right, show and tell me, I'm up. First of all, I've opened this already. We showed it again, but Jay Strick's here. I want to show him this.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cool.
that's
You
awesome.
You hit him in the.
Yeah, that pops out.
Falls
Yeah, yeah.
apart. Yeah.
That's easy and obvious.
They just don't make it like that anymore.
Mad shout outs to Mike again because he knows I'm into Happy Meal toys and he got me a couple cool ones here. Y'all remember these?
No.
from the Beetlejuice animated
Oh, I see it
series.
now.
Jock the
Oh, okay.
Skeleton.
Yeah. So I got those there. He got me that the other day, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
From Mario 3, but now
From
I've got the Luigi
I forgot I used to have that one.
Oh,
And I used to
yeah.
have the Goomba.
and the
I had
Goomba.
both of those. I had the Goomba and Luigi.
Yeah.
I never had Mario. That's from the NBC TV show.
Got some recent Kickstarters in the mail recently. Got some recent Kickstarters in the mail. There's my Extinction. So my buddy Kevin Stokes on the artwork. I got the black and white, and I got the regular one. That's dope.
I saw him on that Teen Dog Shades y'all had.
Yeah,
Special.
man. Just got this in today from David Pepose, my copy of the OZ #1.
Bruh, mine should be in the mailbox then. I need to go.
I got the little sticker.
Yeah.
This is like a Hurt Locker meets the Wizard of Oz, they say. And then it got the print that goes with it. See the Tin Man up there or whatever?
Oh, that makes
But
sense.
pretty cool.
That's good.
Pretty cool. And Pops are on their way out. But I just got a couple that I've been
Don't tell
waiting
Dylan that.
Got my LeBron James,
LeBron.
right?
Bro, that's not real. That's not real. He's got a hairline that's not receding.
What- I couldn't buy this until I got the one I was really wanting. And so I got to give a big shout out to Mike for this because Mike gave me this. But there's MJ. There's the real MJ. It's magic.
No.
Look at that. Look
I
at
said the
Magic.
real MJ.
I'm just messing with you, man. That's Magic Johnson, my favorite.
He's
Laker.
a legend.
You need to get a Bloody D-Box to go with him now.
I need a Kareem is what I need.
Yeah, you need a body D-back, Robbie.
Why not an Odom? A Paul Gasol. I don't. How about a Shaq? A new Kobe? That would be cool. How do I take it off of me? Here we go.
It's your YouTube, bro.
I know, man. I don't even know how to do
Live
that
stream
shit.
what?
All right. Well, it sucks that we lost Dylan because I'm sure he had a bunch of pops and plushes to show us.
His computer exploded.
Yeah. But anyway, we are dipping out. So final thoughts, Jay Streak.
Yeah. Don't fucking cash checks you're not willing to, back up. I obviously choked, and that's on me. I got to live with that shit. I'll pay you $5. Yeah, that's all I got.
Perry, thank you so much for being here. Final thoughts.
Gremlins was a good movie.
Bro, the aliens and gremlins.
I'm telling
Yo, for real though, it was a message to us about aliens. Like if you peel it back, it all makes sense.
All right, Perry, how about me and you soon on the channel, Teen Dog Shades Night? We're going to break open the alien meaning.
Because the mom is from China, so he's kind of like an alien, right?
Foreigners, these damn foreigners. They're like, yeah.
But
They're
they're
really
trying
into it.
to give us a message.
Yeah.
I love it. I like it. Jelani, final thoughts.
Don't put them in bright light. Don't feed them after midnight. All the stuff you're not supposed to do to a gremlin. Don't pour water on them because you'll die or something. But always drink your water, guys. Make sure you drink water. The end.
Brooks, final thoughts.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Classic. My final thoughts will be love each other. Check on your friends. Have a good holiday season. And eat after midnight if you want. And then we're going to throw it to Dylan for his final thoughts. Robbie, you're the one with the plushies. Don't put that shame on me, young man.
All right. That sounds
Perry's
fair.
Stoned as fuck.
Yes. Congratulations, Perry.
And good night, everyone.
Station.
Anyway, we're out. Y'all have a good one. By the power of the gremlin.